Man, there was a yesterday someone followed me and I kept trying to say their name and it finally clicked what it was. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. Like it was still funny, but I kept looking at it like it can't be that. His name was Booty, capital N, and then Kid Cuisine. Have you ever had Kid Cuisine?
Uh-uh. Oh, Kid Cuisine?
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
That's why when I would read it, I'm like, well, that can't be that. But then I'm like, oh no, wait, it's two separate things.
Yeah.
I
Oh, that's funny. All right, well, so we are live. Awesome way to start it. We are live for Difocast number 13. We're blowing superstitions out of the park. Live for the first time on YouTube with Cthulhu Fate.
Woo! Yeah.
Man, I'm so
It's
glad to
lit
have you
up
here
in here.
today. I was
I'm
definitely,
glad to be here.
I've been looking forward to this one for a while. For a
Yeah.
long while. How the hell
It's a
you been,
pleasure.
man? How the hell you been?
I've been great, man. Been awesome.
Just kicking through life, getting everything going. Seems like the streams have been going really freaking good, though.
Yeah, man. Like especially last night, it was crazy because my birthday was on Thursday, so I celebrated with my family, and then on Friday I celebrated with some close friends. Since we can't really do big parties because of COVID.
Yeah.
Um, but then I was like, oh, you know what? Let me try to do like a birthday stream to hang out with my online friends. And then you guys went goddamn bananas on the stream and did a level 5 hype train that lasted for like 30 minutes. And you guys went over the 100% mark. It went to like 111%. And then you came in there and you did, I don't know, like a bunch of bits separately, but there were cupcakes. So the whole chat was just filled with cupcakes.
Yeah. I know. I went to go drop those, and I'm like, yeah, this is happening right now. I'm totally.
Bro, it was
Oh,
crazy.
I
And then I
was.
went back and like read all the things back, the activity feed. And someone was like, are you having a stroke? I'm like, no, I'm reading off all the craziness that's been happening.
Well, what's funny is I was super worried that I wasn't gonna make it because I was at work, and I worked till would have been yeah, 7 year time. No, would have been, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But no, it would have been 9 year
But
time.
it's an illusion.
Yeah. So I was like, I want to make sure I make it in there. I was like, I got to make it, and I just happened to take my break a little late. I'm like, I made it. I freaking made it. So yeah, we had to add a little extra to it.
It's fine. No, like my streams are usually pretty long. Like I'll be on 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I'll keep going till like 1 or 2. So you'll make it. You'll make
Right.
it.
See, that's the same, man. I think I finally finished mine. So after you rated last night, I'm like, I was not sure what time I was going to end it, and then it just kept sitting solid at like almost 20, and I'm like, I was like, I can't quit. I think it was almost 2 a.m. my time, and we still had that many people in there. I'm like, all right, I was like,
All the love, baby.
I got to be at a podcast in like 7 hours. I need to be up and ready. So we need to get things going here. And yeah, I don't understand how, like, some of these people, they hop in and they do like a 3 hour stream. I'm like, I can't do this 3 hour stream thing. Like, if I'm in here and we're hyping and we're vibing, it's gonna go. Like, it's not ending. We're sending it to the moon and back. And we're not coming back. Like, we're gonna go. We're we're doing dubstep on the moon, and I don't even like dubstep. Actually, I really got nothing against it, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna go do things we're not used to doing.
You're trying to beat Elon Musk to Mars
Yeah,
with
right.
the hype.
I'm going past Mars. We're going to Venus. We're gonna send it.
We're going to be this.
So, I know you don't have the chat up, but it looks like we got some people. Everybody saying hi, and then we got a
Oh,
happy belated
hey.
birthday
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
from a Goku.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I
No,
thought I said Goku.
no word. That's, like I said, that is my favorite part. So it's one thing. I hop into a lot of streams and people butcher names all the time, and some of them are just like, some of these are just like, okay, like, where did you even come up with this? And then we hop into your stream, and it is just absolutely like the funniest thing to listen to. And the things that you say with like how you come up with the names. Oh, so yesterday when I popped into your stream, and
Yeah.
the guy that followed right around after I did because I posted your thing on in the Diffo.
I saw that. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, oh, of course. One of the guys that hopped in is Dab Ripper.
Oh. Oh, that's not how I read it. That's not how I read it.
I was dying. I was like, this is great. I love it.
I called them Dave Bipper, the Bipper, the Bripper, or
The
something like
Bripper.
that.
It was like, yeah, it was like Da Bripper. I was like, this is
God
the greatest thing ever. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. Like I said, dude, aside from just your personality in general, it's things like that of why I always pop into your stream. That's why I'll always be 100% supportive on that stuff. Just, I love it. And I told my wife, what's funny is my wife's usually always busy in these mornings, and she's like, she always has it live. She's always got it for the view and stuff, but she's like, this morning I'm going to watch. She's like, I'll be watching this. She's like, dude's freaking funny. I love him. Yeah, everybody loves watching you. Yeah. Hey, Goku. And so that's been an ongoing joke for like the last week. She'll say something, and I'm like, hey, calm down, Goku.
Don't go Super Saiyan on me, all right?
Right? Don't go Super Saiyan. Well, what's funny is she doesn't know. I don't really know it all that well either, but she doesn't really know Dragon Ball.
Oh,
So
really?
she didn't know what it was at first. Right?
She's like, who's this Goku guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a compliment. You're like the most powerful person in the universe.
Yeah. Right? The strongest, the most powerful. There's not much I know about it, but I know he's like top dog.
Yeah.
We are stopping off with Monster. Monster, if you'd like to sponsor me, we're on a different platform now. It's not Twitch, not Brace as a Gamer. I'm trying. I'll be trying forever. I'm like, you can just send me the white ones and I'll be happy.
Man, I don't I don't really sleep much because like I have a regular job that I have to work until this works for full time. But so like I'll work like an 8-hour shift most of the time, and then I'll go home, take a shower, eat something, and then stream. And then I'll probably sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours a day. And people are like, "Oh, how do you still awake and so chipper and happy?" I'm like, "Monster energy drink, baby."
Oh, the story. Yeah, my life revolves around monsters. Oh, geez.
That coffee. Sometimes have you had the Coke energy drinks or no?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, like at least where I'm at, they have Coke energies. They have them just regular flavor, cherry flavor, and with coffee. The coffee one is super good. So I have that or the Monster.
Yeah,
And the Monster, I usually just have the regular one, the regular green.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't drink
Yeah.
I was never been a big fan of the green one, but these white ones, when my wife turned me on to these things a while back, and oh my God, I've been addicted for years now, and it's been my main go-to. I was just like, I can't not drink. It's one of those ones that when I drink it, I'm just like,
Just chug the whole thing.
yeah, exactly. You're like, you got to stop yourself. It's not Kool-Aid. You don't need to drink the whole gallon at once. I don't know if I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I'd ever go make some Kool-Aid, or I pack it in, stir it up, and I drink a glass, another glass real quick, and then a third glass so I can go sit down with it.
Jesus Christ. I never drank much of like powdered stuff when I was a kid, like Kool-Aid packets or lemonade or Tang. Do you remember Tang?
I remember Tang. I remember the videos from Tang and the monkey in space.
That one. I never really had any of that. It was mostly either just the like orange juice or Sunny D, like a lot of Sunny D. I remember having that as a kid. Or actually, you know what? I had Kool-Aid, but not in powder form. Did you ever get like the Kool-Aid, but the little squeezy bottles, and you had the little top, and you do this, and you just.
Yeah, no, I remember when Kool-Aid was in those, and they came with a little tablet, the color dye tablet. Oh God, those are so freaking long ago. I remember those a while back, and I'm like, dude, I feel like I was like 4 or 5 when those finally ended. Like, it was like teaching us to do drugs as kids. Like, oh my God, I got my cracked out liquid. Let's add some more crack to it. Like, what else can I do in life that makes things change magical colors?
I'm
Oh,
having the best trip.
right. My blue Kool-Aid just turned red, man. We get so excited as kids to pop that little pill in our drink and drink it. Like the excitement that came from us for popping pills in our drinks. Like it taught us that roofies are okay. Like I feel like it taught so many bad habits.
Kool-Aid,
I feel
brought
like,
to you by pharmaceutical companies.
oh my god. Okay, now after that comment I finally understand why they got rid of that pill in Kool-Aid. Oh, teaching young kids it's okay to drop things in your drinks.
It's okay, man. Just play some Mario and you'll see all the drugs.
Right? Oh,
Mushrooms,
you imagine
leaves
what
that
that
make you
guy was on when
fly.
he made that game? Oh, that guy was on a trip. He was going through some neat stuff. Oh
It's-
man. So I gotta
yeah.
ask. I gotta ask.
Mhm.
The name. Where does the name come from?
Well, now that you mentioned the name, I really find it funny anytime I pop into someone's stream that's new to seeing my name and then trying to say
Like back when
it.
I first met you? Fate?
Cthulhu. Yeah, most people just like they pass the Cthulhu part. They're like, "Hey, what's up, Fate?"
Yeah.
Bro, like people have called me Cthulhu. Some people call me Chimichanga.
Jimmy
Some
Char-
people call yeah. Some people call me your friend was calling me Kafufu.
Oh, Kafu.
Kafuwu.
Yeah.
Some people call me Kathlathli. I don't know where that came out of. Uh Bro, I think I've heard like 10 different variations of my name. And I'm like there waiting in the stream, like, say it. Say
Say-
the name.
Dude, English was not my strong suit, so when I first seen your name, I'm staring at it going, I don't even know I don't even know what to say, and that's why I'm pretty sure I would have stuck with Fate. That first time we played Warzone together, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's okay.
I,
It's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
But to answer your question, so there's an author named H.P. Lovecraft that he writes a lot of horror stories.
Okay. I've heard of him, never
And
read anything.
yeah, I have honestly the webcam that you guys are looking through me at. The books that are holding it up, three of them are Cthulhu books, and the other two are Greek mythology. But he basically, yeah, I think his stuff is really good. Like, it's just scary stories about giant ass creatures from other dimensions,
Really?
and I found that interesting. I love those stories, and he wrote a story called Call of Cthulhu, where a bunch of cultists try to summon Cthulhu, and Cthulhu is like this huge demon, um, that he's like humanoid body, octopus face, dragon wings, and like a demon tail, and then the word 1920, and then the number 1928 is because that's when he made that story. But the fate part, you probably know. Well, you said you've been getting into comics, so you might know. DC Comics is a character called Doctor Fate. Do you know that character?
I've stumbled across a little bit of it.
So because I like a lot of stuff that have to do with like dark magic and stuff, like Constantine, if you know him from DC Comics.
Yeah.
Um, who else? And Marvel is another guy named the Spectre, like all that weird magic shit. And so Doctor Fate basically is like in blue uniform and like a golden helmet, and he's kind of like a Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, but in the DC universe.
Yeah. Okay.
And there was a part where he's in his tower, and he senses that there's like another being trying to like take over the earth, and he calls the Justice League to help him, and he teleports them all to like another universe, and it's Cthulhu. So the Justice League fights Cthulhu, and I thought that was a super cool crossover. So that's why I chose the name Cthulhu Fate 1928.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. That is dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, one of these days down the road, I want to see a suit.
I don't know about
I
that one.
want to see a crossover suit between. I want to see a Cthulhu Fate suit. Oh, that'd be intense. I know somebody out there would be able to make that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome. Oh, that.
Cthulhu Fate fighting all the bots that say "Want to be famous? Click this link."
You just have just a little video of just your little green emoji dude running through, and just fighting the big follows that comes through. You got
All
to
the
find
bots.
somebody that can make a video like that for you.
Anytime I think of a silly little joke, I write it down. That way, when I have money, because I love animation, because you can do anything you want with animation,
Yeah,
and you can get away with a lot of stuff with animation.
yeah. Ain't that the truth?
I love it. And so, like, when I have money to pay an animator, I want to make those jokes into little skits that I'll post on YouTube. And like jokes aren't long. The jokes I write down on my book are probably maybe like a minute or 2 minute skit.
Yeah,
But
but
like in my mind, I have something pictured that's super funny, and I just write down the joke. That way, I go back to it later.
that's so smart. I wish I did stuff like that. I never. My creative skills don't go that far. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I can't.
I, I, I recommend it. Anytime you have a funny joke, just write that shit down.
Yeah, but you gotta have funny jokes.
You're
So,
funny,
so
man. I watch your
my
streams.
book would probably be quite well empty, but I go buy one of
It's
those.
like a pocketbook.
It's that little tiny one that never gets filled up. First page is still stuck in there.
Mostly pictures.
Yeah, me drawing doodles, trying to think, trying to use the brain. You're just like, I could get something going here. Oh man, dude, that's freaking awesome. That's actually a really freaking good idea, though. I've never. I'm sure somebody's done it, but like that's. I don't know anybody personally that does that kind of stuff. Like has, um, any kind of notebook to take things like that, because the skits, I mean, based around like the whole style of your streaming and everything with like the science fiction monsters and stuff, and it'll fit really great. I mean, like mine, it's bear. I don't know how far which it
you could do like an animation. I could think of you with bear, like just like a giant grizzly bear armed to the teeth, since you play a lot of Call of Duty, like a little short skit of a bear like just destroying a bunch of guys in like a army wasteland. I
right. Oh, that
don't know, something like that.
like Call of Duty meets Fallout or something like that.
It's something like that,
Oh, that'd be interesting. Could you imagine that? If only I
yeah.
was creative enough to make it myself. We might be
I'm
onto
not that
something.
creative. I could think of the joke, but I can't think of. I can't create it.
Hey, there's
These
plenty of people
hands.
out there that create movies and stuff but can't do the other part of it. Hey, if you got the brain, that's all that matters. If you got the thoughts. I mean, look at all these things. You look at Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was all in his brain. Then he paid somebody else to. He got together with somebody else to do all the scene work and stuff on it. Oh,
That's
what's
what I need as soon as I got the money.
right? Still amazes me that those original ones were done without CGI. And
Right?
yeah,
That's insane.
and then they came out with CGI and it got worse. But oh, that
Damn.
was It's true though. It's so sad, so sad and true.
Oh, phone call.
Oh,
How much you want to bet that's a telemarketer?
oh, you know it is. You know it is.
Because like I still live with my parents, and I'm saving money to move after May, before September. I've been saving money to move in with some roommates, but these roommates, we've been friends for like 15 years, 14 years,
Oh wow.
and but since I still live with my parents, I don't know how many years I've been telling my dad, like, Dad, no one calls the house phone. We all have cell phones. You're just spending your money for no reason. He's like, no, no, no. Every room must have a phone, and it will be useful. The only people that call here are telemarketers,
Do you see that's
bro.
probably what it
Nobody
is
else.
right now too?
Yeah, that's why I don't even bother going. Like, why am I gonna waste my time getting that phone? I know it's a telemarketer. It's like, if you know me and you need to reach me, we have cell phones. No one calls the house.
Ri-
It could be a goddamn hurricane power outage, and I would use a flare instead of a phone line.
Right, yeah, I couldn't even tell you the last time. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used a landline phone. Like even I don't even think my work has one. Like we're a corporatized company. And I don't even think we have. We do. We have one landline. I think we have a landline up in the HR office. I think that's about the only thing.
Like
Might not. Now I
I could
question that.
see, I could see a phone line being used in a business setting, like if you need to do a meeting call. But now you could also just do that on computers, like a Zoom call meeting and stuff,
Yeah, or Discord like we're doing right now.
or
Like
Discord.
everybody,
Yeah,
yeah, everybody can chat so easy. And then, so
yeah,
like everything we do at work is on walkie-talkies because it's all close proximity. And then everything else is either HR pulls out their cell phone and then they call the other HR because we have one plant here in Idaho and then we have another plant in North Carolina. So
nice.
when they converse back and forth, it's all cell phone. I don't even. It's so weird though when you walk through somewhere and you see a landline phone. I was in before I switched careers recently, I was in a customer's house, and it wasn't an
Mhm.
older customer. It was like a late 20s, early 30s. And I walked through, and they had a landline, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Is everything is everything all right up there? Like, should you be living on your own? Like, I'm not. I don't know if this is a safe situation."
It's like if you see a landline, it's usually like out of the movies, right? The scene where, oh, yeah, the FBI can't track me, so it's like either a drug dealer's using that phone line or like someone from the mob, someone trying to do some dirty work, assassination,
Or a horror
burner
movie,
phones.
or horror
Or horror
movie.
movie.
They cut the phone line. Oh no!
Oh
You're like, it's
no,
2021. There's no phone lines, anyways.
my car has no gas. The brakes are broken. Let me run into the forest and try to find help.
Yeah.
No flashlight, no phone, no nothing.
The only thing you're
My
calling.
jeans are ripped.
Oh no! The only thing you're calling with that phone line is your extended warranty. It still mind boggles me when you come across people that have. It's just, and it's not cheap. it's not.
No,
It's not
man.
something you can just hold on to, and it's easy. But yeah,
That's why I tell my dad, like, you could be saving money. You don't need it. Also, he uses cable. I'm like, bro, you can see a bunch of cool stuff on streaming platforms like Netflix and stuff like that. Shows you would like, movies. He's like, no, no, I need to watch my shows on cable. I'm like, but the stuff you watch on your cable, the two shows, he only watches two shows on his cable. Um, they're what do you call it? What do you call it when you don't need the cable box to watch a channel?
streaming.
When it's like a local channel,
Oh,
there's a word for that.
it's over like over the air, and its antenna just
Yeah, because like the two shows he watches are political shows. So he could have he didn't he, let's say he doesn't have the cable box, he could still watch them, and then he'll be saving money not having that and the phone, but he refuses.
got it. Does he have a cell phone?
Yeah, he does. Does he know how to use it? No.
Oh, that's why. Because he gets rid of the home phone, then he's forced to have to learn how to use the cell phone. And then when he does, he's gonna fall in love with it. And he's gonna be like, Cthulhu, how do I send this text message? I want to send one of those eggplant emojis to your mom. I don't know what it means, but we're having eggplant for dinner.
She said something about eggplant lasagna, and I want to let her know that I'm in.
I want eggplant lasagna and cherry tomatoes.
Bro, no, and like anytime he needs help with any technology, like I'm already bad with technology, but he asks me for help, and then like, let's say something as simple as sending an email. I'll be like, okay, so we want to do is this. So I'll try to show him by doing it on the keyboard or with the mouse. He's like, no, 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 let me do it. Just tell me what to do, and I want to do it. I'm like, but all right. And I try to walk him through it, and he ends up like deleting stuff or like closing tabs. I'm like, come on, man, let me help you.
It's not that hard. Just don't click on the X. Don't touch the X till you're done. It's like the red button. It's like the red button. Don't touch the red button until you're done.
And like the oven, my mom always asks me to help her with the oven. Like we've lived in this house for I think 15 years, and the oven timer You just press the little button until it goes to the time you want, and you press cook. I don't want to say throughout the 15 years that we've been living in this house, I don't know how many times I've told her how to use it, and every day. How do you do this again? I've written it down for her. I've shown it to her. I've described it to her. I
Bake.
bake. It's
Oh,
like I already know. I just need a anytime. Jose, help. Okay.
I mean, you gotta admit, there's some of those ovens that I'm like, I'm quite well tech savvy, but I come into some of those ovens and I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to. Well, my wife's trying to cook me dinner because if I cook it, it's gonna come out. It's
Burn the house.
yeah, it's not gonna. No, I won't burn the house. It'll smell really good. It's not coming out of the pan I cooked it in.
Oh damn! You don't got that non-stick Pam spray.
Oh, I just we have, and I still, my wife and my old friend still screw with me about it. We had, I tried to bake cookies this one time. I wasn't on anything. I wasn't drunk. I was just trying to bake cookies. And it says, "Do not oil pan."
Mm.
On the instructions. It says, "Don't oil the pan." I'm like, "Okay,
Mhm.
don't oil the pan." So I pulled out the cookies, mixed them up, did what I had to do, slap them on the pan, bone dry, throw it in, bake them, pull it out. I'm like, "These things look freaking amazing." Like, "All right," pull them out, set
Mm.
them on the counter, go to scoop them off, and they're stuck. I
They look so good, they're never coming off that pan.
It was so bad that I had to I with a metal spatula and smacking it, could not get the freaking things off of it. It was taking chunks of the pan. I had to throw the freaking pan away because I destroyed the freaking it was so bad. Like, I didn't know
Let me tell you, you made some raccoon's day. Let me tell you. Like that
exactly.
was like a like New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving to them. Like you
It was
made it.
so hard on there though. I don't even know. He might have had to eat the whole pan. Like, it might have been that.
Have you found any raccoon skeletons in your trash recently?
No, no. Luckily, this was years ago. I moved away by now. Somebody else found them. Yeah, it might have been a softer, easier chew to eat through the pan itself than what I did to those cookies onto that pan.
God
I
damn.
Now I know that for some reason it says do not oil and you're supposed to put oil in the pan. I just
Yes.
mind boggling to me. I can work technology, I can build cars from the ground up, but I can't bake a cookie. It,
Hey man, it happens.
we all have our things in life, right? My wife bakes the best cookies I've ever had, and then she can't fix my car, so it works out perfect.
It works out perfectly.
We all have our place. I may not be able to. I can make chicken, and we're good to go. So, if apocalypse happens, I don't need cookies. We're gonna be safe.
Rotisserie chicken every day.
Just put it on a little rotisserie. Walk away. Go kill your zombies and do what you need to do. Come back to your nicely cooked chicken. Oh man. So I gotta ask. So
Mm,
we got the name, which is absolutely freaking amazing. I love it. I love that name. So
thank you, thank
what got you into streaming though?
you. So, um, hmm. Because I'm trying not to make it a long story. Like I
Oh,
want to try
no
to.
worries at all. No worries at all, man.
So, okay, so I'm 27 and like I did college for like 2 years, and then I'm like, you know what, this isn't for me. Let me just work and try to make some money. Worked as a waiter uh at a yacht club. Before that, I worked as a waiter at another place. Um and then I moved over to Publix as a cashier. And every time I would move to a new job, thinking, "Hey, this will be different in the sense of it'll be a good job, it'll pay me well. I can move up the corporate ladder, and eventually, I'll be here for a while, but I can have some money and maybe enjoy my retirement when I'm old." And it's like anytime I would move to another job, it's like this is the same baloney I have to deal with from the last job of just customers being shitty, you being trained to do a certain thing, and then when you actually need to do that in that situation, your manager just does something completely different. Bad communication, bad coworkers, just everything down the goddamn drain. And then I just kind of like, had talked to myself of, okay, well, you know what? Um, how about I just stay here because it's easy being a cashier and it's giving me enough money to pay my bills, and I can save enough to later do something with it, with my money, maybe, move out or do my own thing. I never thought about streaming or do something else like that. Uh, but I love playing games, and my friend Yashi, he when we were playing, and he's like, "Hey man, we play all these games all the time. What if we do stream?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. That seems kind of hard. I don't want to do that." and he's like, "Literally, what we're doing right now, every single night, even though you're tired from work and you still play games, all you have to do is press a button and the camera's on."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh damn."
It's not that bad.
I'm like, "Shit, you're right." That's all it took to convince me to do it. Cause like I I honestly hate having like someone over me constantly. My boss telling me this or that. I want to be my own boss, do my own thing. And I'm not trying to be like filthy rich over here. I just want to be financially independent while doing something that I love, that is playing games and making people laugh or making funny content. And and just like my streams is, every time you guys come in, it's just to have a good time. Cause like politics, religion, everything aside, we're all eventually gonna die someday.
Yeah.
And I would prefer living each day doing something that you love, whatever it is, as long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself. And if I can do that while being financially independent, then I'm gonna do it. So that really opened my eyes to stuff. And like since the more I've been streaming, it's been insane. Like it's only been 5 months, and I've gotten extreme support and love from you, from a bunch of other streamers, from friends, from family. It's been crazy. And like it actually, like it's opened my eyes to like, damn, this could actually work. And so like if you guys go to my stream, there's a little sub goal on the top right, which I don't even know exactly how the financials of Twitch is gonna work out yet every month with subs and cheers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I put 500 subs. Like if it reaches 500 subs, I'll quit my job. But if that changes as I see as the months progress, like, oh no, maybe I can lower it to this and this and this. Because once it matches or a little less, a little more of monthly of what I make at work, bye bye.
I'm out.
Because I bye bye, I'm out. Because I believe in this shit and everything is gonna work. And it's just anytime I stream, it's just a happy time, bro. I love it. Like as I'm at work, I'm like, okay, as soon as I clock out, I'm gonna stream.
Right?
That's having a great time.
Dude, and you've got the
So
perfect freaking personality for it too. So,
thank you, I appreciate it.
of course,
Thank
with Twitch, you're looking about $2.30 something per sub. So 500
Mhm.
subs would put you about $1,200 a month.
Yeah. Which
And
like what I make more or less at work is around 1,300 or 1,400 a month. And I know with Twitch, like not everyone subs on the same day, obviously.
well, so the
Um,
payouts though, so the way the payouts work, they
yeah.
they so it's through a 30-day. Have you gotten any payouts yet?
Yes, I've gotten, my stuff feels kind of slow. Like I feel like my stuff updates every month. I thought I'd update it like every 15 days.
No, so they changed it because of, I forget, there was probably, it's been a long time since they changed it. So it goes across a 30-day span. So it doesn't matter when they pop into it. It's just across that 30-day span when they spend that money.
Hmm.
So say January 1st to January 31st.
I
Wow.
find that
That
too, man. You're like 30 days.
30, well, I was like February 28th.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah. So the entire because it's actually 30 days, not 31 days, because it throws me off sometimes. But it's basically the entire month. When somebody comes through 15 days after that month ends, they'll give you a payout, which mine usually comes
Ah,
through on like the 12th now instead of the 15th.
okay, that makes sense. Because I kept looking at the insight when you go to this creative dashboard, and I was like, I thought this was like it's supposed to deposit quicker, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, and
So it's
that's where it struggles too. Is trying to because I don't know about you how your paychecks work out. You're probably every 2 weeks.
like at work, like at
Yeah.
my job. No, it's every week. It's every week.
Okay, yeah, so that's the same as me, but most people are like every 2 weeks, and then like, and so every 2 weeks, then you kind of get used to that. Whereas if you do Twitch and stuff full time, you're looking at once a month. So the
Exactly.
15th of every month, you'd be getting your paychecks in, and then you basically what they do is they take each person's subscription, they take it in half, and they put it in. They take half of it, and then they take taxes out of your half.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
thought at the end of the year I had to give Uncle
you
Sam
do.
some taxes.
You do.
Oh, so wait, hold on. What? Wait, so you're
Yeah.
telling me that I knew that they take half. I knew that part.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they taxed me, and then also Uncle Sam taxes me at the end of the year.
Yep. They take I forget exactly what tax it is. So you end up
How are we supposed to survive out here?
right? Everybody wants my money.
God damn it.
I want my money. Please give it back.
Uncle
So,
Sam ain't making these jokes, these high tier goddamn jokes.
right. Exactly. Yeah, so you get so somebody subscribes for $4.99. So if they subscribe on their phone though, it's $1 more and you still get the same amount.
What?
Yeah, so the app charges $1 more. So if you know anybody, I've been trying to let people know as I remember too. So if anybody's
But why?
I'm assuming it's the phone and it's because it's through or not the phone. I'm assuming it's because it's through the Twitch app and it's not through but if they log in on the desktop site on their phone, it's the same
Yeah.
price. So even bits cost more on your mobile app. That's why there's so much. I don't know if you like see through TikTok and stuff. There is so much controversy when it comes
Why?
to what Twitch is and stuff because like YouTube is really hard to get super popular. Just give me half a second. Anybody that's watching right now, I do apologize for the bad quality. This is the first stream on YouTube, and I don't know why OBS Studios is doing what it's doing. It's supposed to be streaming in 4K, but whatever. I'm like, it's the only.
Does it make it better if I move fast movements? Is
Right?
that no?
It keeps
make
up
it
with
work?
you. It's just a little foggy, and I'm like, what? These stream systems like the OBS Studios, they do what they want to do, and I'm like, whatever. You do you boo, and we'll do it. We'll make sure it's right next time. I have everything set to where it's supposed to be 1080p. It's supposed to be like high quality. I don't run anything. My PC is good enough to run it. I've got enough stuff in it. I put good enough parts in it to be able to handle this, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Doesn't matter what you put in your PC. It's your software that's like, oh, hey, touch me every day, baby. I'm like, why? I turn you on. Why do I got to do more than that? I click the buttons.
I click the buttons.
So, but yeah, so back to payouts and stuff. That's why there's so much controversy across Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, which sounds like a lot, but at the same time, your subscribers don't pay anything. All they got to do is hop in and hit that subscribe.
It's like a follow on Twitch. Yeah.
It literally is. It's just a follow, and that's one I've noticed. A lot of people don't really know that yet, which we need to kind of get that out there. Which I'm actually also trying to get the subscriber count up on this channel because we're only at 30, but I've also just started everything.
That's awesome, bro. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we're trying to. What's funny is I just hit affiliate on the Diffo Twitch, and I'm like,
nice.
I was like, but I'd rather. I was like, I'd rather have it all on YouTube, and it would make it a lot easier. But yeah, and being the podcast kind of thing, this kind of situation, I feel like it'd be smoother and run better on YouTube. And people, especially most people, have better setups on their phone and stuff for YouTube than Twitch, and they can play it. Which I don't know. I'm back and forth, and I'm like, well, I don't know. There's so many things going on, but yeah. So Twitch is about the easiest. 50 followers, 3 average viewers, stream on 7 days. You hit affiliate, you start making money. They do take a lot. They take a freaking lot of your money, but at the same time, it's absolutely free to get into. They promote you if you're a game streamer. I play a lot of devil's advocate with this because I see all sides of it. I've got people in the community that are like, oh no, this is better. I'm like, and I'll kind of bag on what they're promoting because I'm like, well, it's all bad. I was like, yeah, as far as if you want the ease of it,
Yeah.
Twitch is easier. It's going to be easier. It is going to make you in the beginning more money. Once you get known, yeah, it's better to switch over to YouTube because then you already have the following. They just follow you over. So you get they take their half, their 50%, and then what's left of that, the taxes for using the service.
I'm following.
The
I'm
taxes,
following. I got you. Okay.
the taxes for using the service they take out of your half. So you end up with like $232 or something like that per subscriber.
God damn.
And then at the end of the year, you pay your taxes on that taxed out amount. Yeah, it's great.
Well,
So
shit. Wow.
yeah, and then
Well,
but then your bits, you
you
get.
know what? I think I have a shift right now at Publix. Look, give me one sec.
There we go. Put in some extra hours. And then your bits though, you get every bit's 1 penny to you. You get that.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, they don't take anything from that?
they take it when you buy it. So when you buy your
Oh.
bits, you pay that portion there.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So the subscriber, the viewer deals with that part on their end before they even give you the bits. So which, and honestly, in reality, it's actually better for them to do it that way. If they were just to give you 500 bits a month, you'd make
Yeah.
more off of a person that way than you would by them subscribing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
So yeah, and that's why I'm like, I have more people that just donate bits than subscribe, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. I mean, it works out better either way.
I um like every time someone's on the stream and they're gifting or doing bits or following or whatever, like it sounds cheesy every time I say it, but I always say it because I mean it. Like I like any type of support, I really appreciate. Follow, subs, bits, gifted sub. Like even if you are browsing through streams and you click on mine and you look at me for 5 seconds, you're like, I hate this guy. Thank you for those 5 seconds. I appreciate you. You took time out of your day. You're busy doing other things. And you're like, oh, let me look at this Cthulhu dude. And then you're like, nah, never mind. Thank you.
So 5 seconds, you clicked on it, it showed up,
Yeah.
and that's all that matters.
There's millions of people there. And you're like, oh, let me click on this guy. I appreciate that.
Right? Oh god, and that's the thing too. That's like, even when I'm streaming, I'm like, I appreciate everybody. The fact that they're spending their time, and what's funny is like, and it shows too with our viewers and stuff. Because what are you at for followers right now?
205.
Okay, 205, and you usually sit anywhere from 10 to 20 viewers per stream, right?
Well, you know what? Okay, so if it's Saturday or Sunday, because it's Saturday and Sunday, I'll be on like at 7 or 8 p.m. and then be off by like 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit on like 12 to 15 viewers, and then if it's the other nights, usually by the time I'm on, it's like 11 p.m. at night, so most people are asleep.
Yeah.
But I still get like around 7 or 8 people on there.
Yeah, but 11 p.m. your time puts it at, what was that, 8 p.m. Western time. That's actually a really decent time to stream.
Well, most of the people that come watch me are like people that are my time zone. So that's what I mean by like most people being asleep.
Yeah, see, and what's funny, like majority of viewers you'll notice in general are gonna be Eastern time zone. Because even like the majority of mine are Eastern time zone.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny how it works out like that. But yeah, so even at that 200 followers, and you could still upwards of those 200 with 20 people. You're looking at a 20% viewer, 20% of your people will come back in. How many can you say that? How many other streamers out there and stuff that have? I know people that have 7,000 followers.
Jeez.
And they can't keep a 0.5% of that.
Really?
I know guys right now that have 6,000-7,000 followers, which isn't really a lot because there's actually people out there with millions. But I personally know people with 7,000 followers because it's all like it's usually either TikTok or Instagram, stuff like that, and they only average 10 to 12 viewers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So it's just it's just empty. Yeah, it's true. Only 4 viewers. Yeah, it's just empty follows and stuff like that, and it makes a difference. Like you say, you think it's cheesy or funny, but it means a lot to the people when they understand that you actually appreciate it. And
I do.
Exactly. And honestly, personally, I don't give two shits if you understand. I appreciate it. I fucking appreciate it, and I'm so happy just to have people there. And it's just the fact is people spend their time, because I know how I am. I don't I lurk in a lot of different streams, but it's mostly, I mean, I'm just usually trying to help get people's streams up there and stuff. Usually get either their affiliate or just help with the views. I've got a few
Mhm.
people. I'll make sure I lurk every once in a while and just kind of help with the view, because I know they're really bad at watching that view count and they get upset about it. Um, Personally, I mean, I can sit here and watch and go, oh, 6 viewers. Oh my God. We're sitting here with 6 viewers for our first freaking time on YouTube. I've got no
Yeah.
complaint with that.
Thank you for being here.
All 6 y'all, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boo boo. And it's just yeah, it's definitely a fight out there, but whether the appreciation, it shows your
Mhm.
genuineness, your genuineness. It shows that you're actually a good person, and it makes a difference. And could you imagine, so you're 200 right now and you're up, 20 of those people will come back. You may not be at a 20 viewer average, but 20 of those people throughout a time will come in and watch your stream.
Yeah,
And
no, like I'm surprised because like, okay, so yesterday, like my numbers right now are insane because yesterday on the birthday stream you guys went bananas, but like before the birthday stream, um, I was sitting at like it would go up and down, like maybe one or two subs, but subs on Twitch, like I was sitting comfortably at like 25 to 28, and that always shocked me of me being like, damn, those amount of people keep like doing the monthly sub, and I was just like, holy shit. Thank you.
right, and you're just like,
Yeah,
wow, you want to continue to watch me. I don't know,
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. you're just you're like, I wouldn't watch me. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't watch me. Uh, like like kind of what you were saying about a devil's advocate of like, I don't I mean I'm always blunt with people. I don't try to beat around the bush. Like obviously the point of the angle of making content, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, going live, playing games, or whatever it is you like doing, um you want to make income from that, to do that as full time, and then to continue doing that. Obviously the point is to make money from it, but if that's the only thing you have in mind, then obviously you're just being a douche in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't
Like,
agree more. Like I
so
have,
like obviously, yeah, we're all trying to make money from it to do it as a job. But um like I appreciate that you guys want to come over and like watch and stuff because I always say it on the stream that like and I said it earlier that doesn't like we're all gonna die eventually. But you gotta try to like enjoy life, and like what's the word, like it's a form of escapism
yeah,
of like, damn, today was a rough day or life's hard, let me go watch this person to like kind of brighten up my day and get some laughs. And like that's the major angle for me, that like, yeah, I want to get the money to do this full time, but the reason why I want to get the money to do this full time is to, one, enjoy more of my own life doing things I want to do, which is enjoy time with friends and family, make people laugh and have a good time because the world is shitty.
yeah,
And if I can do that for if the whole 4 hours that you're there or less, that'd be great. If I could put a smile on your face, and then do more of that, just to like, help people get through the day. So if it's a follow, if you're there for like if I have one viewer, I act the same way like if I had 20 viewers. Like I'm just there having a good time and just being me, and hopefully you guys can come in and have a good time too.
yeah, exactly. I've gotten
Yeah.
better about that too. The lower viewer just being interactive and stuff. In the beginning, I wasn't too. If it was low, I just play my game. It's like click, 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 click. I'm like, just kind of open up and stuff like that. Real quick, we had a chat come through and it says, "Speak for yourself. I'm a dragon. I'll never die."
I'm a dragon. I'll never die.
And another happy
Hey,
late
man.
birthday to you.
Thank you very much. That's
Oh.
hilarious. Speak for yourself. I'm a dragon. I love it.
And then Lucas
Oh,
says he loves us all. We love you all, is what Lucas says.
I love you too, buddy. Love you too.
Yeah, and I don't know. What's funny is a lot of
Hmm.
these podcasts and stuff, I've talked a little extra with people afterwards and stuff, and realize that some people have the same views towards things like I do. I know some of these streamers around here that I've known since the beginning of when I got into this, or I know shortly after, and they're not what people think they are, and
Hmm.
they're the money driven. They just want to do in it.
That's the word I was looking for earlier. Money driven. That like they're just in it for the money and the fame.
Yeah,
It's
and
like, I mean, yeah, if that's your thing, okay, but like,
that's kind of how I feel about it. I have a hard time with it because that's not why I do it. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to be able to do this full time.
there's so much light coming through here. Why?
Oh, you're good. You still look sexy. It's all good.
Sorry for the blindness.
No worries. Honestly, in general, it's Discord. So the video quality is weird on Discord and there's not much we can do about it. And
This is what a divine God looks like.
ah,
Ah.
it actually helps. So because Discord is so weird with the coloring and stuff, because you don't have much adjustments you can make, the
Yeah.
light behind you actually kind of helps keep things popping. So it works out in your favor right now.
Uh,
Um,
Going back to what you were saying, go ahead.
oh yeah, there's so many different. I understand, like, if you're getting into this because that's what you want to do, you want to become a full time, you want to be the next Tim the Tap Man, you want to be the next Nick Merckx, you want to be the next whatever, because you
Hmm.
don't have a lot of genuine. That word's gonna piss me off today, and I know I'm gonna try and say it again. Um, if you're not very genuine and you're trying to become something else, which is fine. I mean, we live in a world of how many billions of people. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna be a whole lot of
Yeah.
difference, but you need to make your own thing. And like what you do with your community and stuff, just the joy I always see. I can't hop in there very often, but your server is one of those ones I have in the top of my list because I have separated lists in Discord because I'm in so many different servers. I hop in,
Same.
yeah, I hop in a lot of servers for that just to help. So when people are trying to grow their community, they're like, oh hey, they have this many people, so
Mhm.
at least they have that in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I have separated folders, and yours is one of the ones that I have in the top. And one of the ones yeah, there's not many that I post in regularly, especially like going live and stuff. But
Yeah.
yours is because I absolutely love your viewers. And anytime,
Thanks, man.
dude, you bring amazing people, absolutely freaking amazing people, and I love it. And
Appreciate it.
that's why it's one of those communities I love having side by side with the Diffo. I've been very adamant that the Diffo, it's a community that's there to help people at any point in the time when they need it, but I'm not trying to grow it to thousands of people right now.
Mhm.
I'm fine with slow growth as
Yeah.
people want to hop in and need it. I don't care if we're chatting 50 people at a time a day, because once you get
Mm.
like that, sometimes it ends up with just some garbage and stuff. And
Yeah.
right now, there's so many people. Like it's always positive vibes in your community, and I freaking love it. Some of these other
Thank
servers
you.
I'm in, I hop in. I don't even look at their general chat anymore because it's just I'm
Damn.
yeah. I post my live in there and I'm like, if you want to watch me, but I'm not talking to your general chat just because it's just weird. I don't like what it's turned
It's
into.
sweet. I feel dirty.
Yeah, and it's sad because I've kind of lost touch with some of the ones I was closer to recently.
Oh, damn. Sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
it is what it is. It's the fact of streaming. Just like with the community, we've lost people come and go. We have people that are
Damn.
like, "Yeah, I'm your best friend. I'll help you through all of this. Can you help me? I'll help you." 30 days later, they're gone.
Damn. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
It happens all the freaking time.
Ooh,
And
yeah, yeah.
I was talking so in the Diffo, modern day Loki, which is actually my cousin. He's
Oh.
the one I talk to the most with all of the stuff that's going on. He's been there since the beginning with me. When I
Hmm.
started all this, and yeah, follow for follow. That's what I hate is when it turns into follow for follow groups.
Yeah.
Um, And that's what I was told recently, that the Diffo's just a follow for follow. I'm like, oh, your screw loosened up and fell out. But it went bounced across the ground and fell in the gutter. I just it I don't know. I want a genuine, just happy, good place to be. And your community is one of those. I freaking love the people that you always bring. It's that smile, that happiness right there. Because you bring that same shit in your streams. I don't get to see
With
that very
this
often.
evil ass laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel that one, because there's times when certain things happen and people are like, holy shit, did you just hear that laugh? I'm like, we've been trying to
I'm
hide
sorry.
those things.
I'm sorry.
No, it's hilarious. I love it. And
Yeah, sometimes like I'll be playing a game and someone says something funny and I'll do like a big laugh like that, and they're like, "Why you gotta sound like you're gonna kill me?" I'm sorry. I just thought the joke was funny.
well, it's like the other day, my wife and I popped into your stream
Uh-huh.
when I raided you the other day, and I
Yeah.
forget what, I think you were playing Resident Evil or something, and you
Yes, I
made a
was.
comment and you're like, "Oh, you're never gonna stand up with this against my 9mm," and then you laughed, and my wife and I were both just dying laughing. And then for like an hour afterwards, you can't handle this 9mm.
Millimeter.
Oh, it was freaking great. And normally I'm not into those games, but your commentary with them. Oh, I struggle with older graphics. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't start gaming when I was real young, so older graphics and stuff, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, it's that bad.
Need my 4K.
Yeah. Well, like my most recent game I've been playing is Godfall.
I
Um,
saw you play that. I saw
yeah,
you play
and the graphics on that.
that. But hey, it's fun, right?
Oh yeah, it's freaking fun. But I'm starting to get into different games now. I'm starting to try some different stuff, which we need to play something soon. I wanna learn some different things.
Bro,
Uh,
my Steam library is 300 games.
I think I have 3. No, yeah,
And
I have
like
11
I have
games right
some
now.
friends that have like I have some friends that have like 1,000. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I know people, yeah, exactly. I've got a buddy that has he lost count at like 7 or 8,000 games across PC, Xbox, PlayStation, but he's had
Everything.
everything since the beginning.
It's just
Um
the beginning of time.
Yeah, right? Well, he's got all of his old consoles, his old just stacks of games, and then now
Damn, this is
everything
the
that's
dawn of Atari.
yeah, exactly, and then this PC, everything that's saved on there, he's got stuff on floppy disk, he's got yeah.
He's got stuff on floppy
Yeah, he saves everything. Oh, it's freaking awesome. I'm like,
bro. God damn. Is this
yeah.
man like hooked up to the Matrix too?
Yeah, oh, I
Jesus.
wish. I wish I'd be over there more often. I'd be like, "Hey, I
Oh,
need to learn something."
man. Like when it comes to games, bro, like if a game has like games that attract me are games with a good story. Cause I love stuff with a good story. Game, movie, book, whatever. Um and if it's not that, I like silly party games like Jackbox to play with friends or Among Us or stuff like that. That's usually the two games I go for. Something that's has a good story or something that's very silly. Um, like I don't care if it looks old or not. That's but like so there are some games that look like they might not even run, but I'm like, damn, I hope it does because I want to know what happens in this story. Oh man.
Oh, I love it. We actually just had a comment that comes through. Everyone's a gangster till they pull out the floppy disk.
I love
Oh,
it.
oh, that is freaking hilarious.
Oh
I don't
man.
know if you can pull up the YouTube channel there while you're watching. Can
Mm-mm.
your PC handle it? I don't know who's got what and who. Oh,
I
you're not
have
streaming. You said
potato. I have a big potato.
oh, potato, potato.
I don't. I'm scared to risk
Okay,
it.
no worries at all. It's yeah, no, it's just we started getting more chats too, so that was the only reason. That's funny. Um,
Hi, everybody. Hey.
hi, hey.
I mean, no. If anyone wants to say anything there directed towards me, then go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's. Hey, what's up?
yeah,
I don't know.
right. Oh yeah. Somebody saying the Jackbox was fun yesterday. So you played Jackbox? I haven't played Jackbox. I've heard a couple people talk about it, but I haven't played it yet.
Very fun. There's 7 because like a Jackbox game has like 5 games in it, and there's 7 of those, but I have 6. I don't have the latest one because it's like $30. But basically, like, to give you the rundown of some of the games we've played on those games, it's like one game is called Fibbage, and the game will give you a statement, like, is the sky blue or something like that, and then you're supposed to make up a lie to make people fall for it, and then you also, if they fall for that lie, you get points, and also if you find the truth, you get points.
Really?
And then there's other ones of like drawing stuff on t-shirts, which usually just turns into people drawing dicks, ass, and boobs, but it's still funny.
It's always the same thing.
Oh, most of the time. And then what else have we played on that? There's one that's like noises, and you put the noises together, and the funniest noise wins the game. uh there's one called Monster Seeking Monster. We're all monsters at a prom, and we have like 7 nights to like date each other, and the person with the most hearts wins. And that game is my favorite one because everyone says the stupidest stuff on it to try to date each other, and I love it. Literally yesterday, my friend Gio the car, he was saying a bunch of Wendy's puns. His whole chat trying to get people to date him was just Wendy's puns. Like he was saying, I'm on the menu. Call me thick tenders. You got that ranch dip. Someone, what else did he say? He said, I'm like the I'm like the strawberry lemonade at Wendy's. Limited time only, baby. Oh
Oh, I
man.
gotta check this game out. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I've heard a few people say good things about it, but
It's fun,
that
man.
actually
It's so much fun.
that actually sounds really cool. I was just
Mhm.
double checking through chat. I usually don't pay attention to
Go
too
ahead, go ahead.
much chat on the podcast just because I don't want to say read too much of it, but it's the good people. I can't ignore it sometimes. I just realized
I can try to.
or on your
You,
phone, you can see chat that way too. I just now thought about that. I probably could have said something, like an hour
it's
ago.
okay.
We got Hey It's Jay in here, which is Phil Swift fan.
Oh
I remember
man,
that
no,
one.
he's probably gonna say something about Rocky, because like I made a joke about, oh man, I hate pebbles, because every time I step on them, like that's the most pain I've ever felt on my foot. And then he said something about, oh, I'm gonna get you a pet rock. And since that day, anytime he brings up Rocky the pet rock, I just like give him an insult or tell him to fuck off or something.
Rocky the Pet Rock. Oh, yeah. Apparently, you broke Phil Swift's fan in that game yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I kept baiting him.
broke the.
I kept making him think that I was gonna date him, and I wasn't. So I kept rejecting him. He's like, and I'm like, man, all you guys keep rejecting me, and he's like, Cthulhu, shut up, bro. You rejected me like 10 times this whole game.
Oh, that's freaking awesome,
Oh, bro.
dude.
Sorry, man.
I need to try this game. It sounds good. I try and play
It's
Among
very fun.
Us like you brought up, but I don't know if I could play Among Us with you because I start to not like people.
I mean, when as imposter, I'm very bad. I'm very bad as imposter. Let me tell you. I think most of the time when people find out that I'm the imposter, I just start laughing.
You're one of
Okay,
the.
wait. I have this open here. Uh, Top notch pressure washing. I'm ready. Okay. What's up, Lucas? That's my friend. Hey, Mr. Vista. Hey, Cthulhu, my boy. Lucas, it's boy. Happy belated B-Day. Thank you, Christy Gordon. Lucas Booty was my friend I said. Oh, the Kick Cuisine we were talking about. That's your friend, Lucas? That's hilarious. Okay. Don't be sorry. I made my day. Uh, well, something about Christy saying that I made her day. I'm glad we made your day. TCT3. Yo, you better season that chicken.
You bet
Oh, the rotisserie
the
chicken you were
rotisserie
talking
chicken.
about. I'm assuming he does.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
there's a command that we have that's positivity is immeasurable in the Twitch, and Lucas just mentioned it.
really.
Good point. Oh, well, you were talking about the 4 viewers. We love y'all. Happy birthday. Thank you. Speak for yourself. I'm a dragon. The void is the place to be. Oh, thank you, Jay.
The Void is an
Uh,
absolutely amazing place. Every time
that's the name of the Discord
yeah.
that Bear was talking about. Thank you. almost Austin Powers type. I have sound alerts, King, that are on my Twitch that like half of them are Austin Powers. They're like, way to go, a hole. Right. What else? Gold from Gold. Like, there's a bunch of sound alerts. Jackbox, fan start going. Come on. I'm trying to read all this chat,
He's
my
like,
bad.
there's so many. No worries, no worries.
Here we go. No, no rocks, no rocks over here, Jay. God damn you! You broke my heart of that game. Yeah, he called. Sorry, man. Sure, didn't kill it. Oh yeah, Lucas. Because we played Among Us last night, and Lucas, I think killed somebody, and he was trying real hard to to make it seem like he didn't, but he was lying real bad. So we ejected him out the ship. And like his stories made no sense.
Oh, that's so cold. Jay, that's
Default
awesome to hear.
there.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, thank you, Jay, for saying
I love
the
it.
void and default favorite place. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, now I can see chat as well. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I apologize. I should have thought about that earlier. What's funny is I have a tablet up in front of me. It's a crappy tablet. It barely keeps up. But I always have my stream on it so I can make sure things are flowing. And that's how I knew that it was kind of foggy earlier.
Yeah.
That way I don't have my PC trying to run it. But
Yeah.
I watched it on there, and then I had the chat, and I'm sitting here staring at it, and I was like, you can pull it up on your phone and see it. Oh, I'll never forgive Cthulhu for breaking my heart.
I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I'm telling you to get your rock ass out of here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Uh,
So,
bro, like, oh my bad, go ahead.
oh no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because we were talking about Among Us. I feel like it's kind of like Monopoly that you want to play with all your friends and family, and then you start
No.
playing it, and then you start hating everybody.
I've got some family that I'll never play never play Monopoly again because it was so bad. Like I'll play it, but it'll never be with those people again because they ruined it. But they're also the same people that I don't play board games at all anymore because of them because they get so competitive. I'm like, it's a freaking game. You ever play Ticket to Ride?
No, what's that?
It's it's a game where Tickets to Ride. It's about little trains and stuff, and you're like in a different. You can pick. There's tons of different maps, of
Uh
boards,
huh.
and you'll have like these little train routes, and then you have to collect cards to build certain train routes, and you have to. You get
Oh.
your little train figures, and you can build up like one section will be like 10 train cars, one will be like 4, and you have to connect them. Who gets the longest one, or connect to different cities and stuff. It's real simple and basic.
I
Um,
like that. That sounds interesting. I like it.
yeah, and there's all the different countries and stuff in. You can be. I used to enjoy it. The reason I was getting at is I used to enjoy this game. Like it was fun because it was simple. You play. I forget exactly how the cards work, but you draw your cards. You try and collect your cards as things go. I think you draw one, discard one, something like that, and you're trying to. Oh no, I think you could just continue to grab cards on your turn. Like you can grab so many, but you're trying to build your trains and stuff. And I've got
Uh
family that makes it so competitive. I'm like, you're building a train. You're building a train with plastic trains on a paper
huh.
board. Why are we yelling at each other?
Bro, like just let them know you're serious and bring out Thomas the Tank Engine.
They literally get the attitude like we're playing a $5,000 Call of Duty tournament. Like
It ain't about the money. It's about sending a message.
dude. So it's like we're playing this board game, and they're like Nick Merckx, and I'm like the hacker in this lobby that just destroyed everybody, and they lost out on everything, and they're freaking out temper tantrum over a board game. I'm like $5,000 Uno night. Could you imagine that?
We're gonna burn this cardboard game like my hate burns with it be for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's a game. Just calm
It's
down,
so game.
relax. It's all gonna be okay.
Jay says he'll give me a Wendy's salad. No, I don't want it. Gains be renewing relationships. Indeed. Ticket to Ride is fun. 5,000 Uno night. Yeah, that's insane. Like Uno, Monopoly, games like that. But you see my streams that like the people that I play with, we're all just very casual, having a good time. So it hasn't gotten to a point where we actually are like literally mad at each other. We're all just playing and having a good time, even if we're yelling and insulting each other. It's in good faith, and we're just having a good time. It hasn't gotten to a point where we're like, no, man, I hate you and I mean it. Hasn't gotten to that.
It never gets
This
that
is
far with me, but there's some. So top-notch pressure washing that was in here is modern day Loki,
oh,
and
okay.
he hasn't figured out how to switch his accounts yet on here.
It's okay.
But I won't play Among Us with him. So that's my cousin, and I refuse. There's a reason he goes by Loki. It fits him very well, and I won't play that damn game with him. Oh my god, he'll have everybody on his side. Oh, this guy is the imposter. Whether he is or isn't the imposter, he gets anybody voted out that he wants out. And I'm like, no. I'm like,
and it just stabs everybody in the back.
yeah. And majority of the time, well, no, majority of the time it's against me. Just he's like, ha 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 ha, and he laughs. I'm like, you little bastard. I'm
He's like,
like,
I don't care if I lose. I'm glad you're out of this ship.
yeah. He goes, I know you hate it.
I know you'll hate it.
Um,
Oh, Lucas. Yeah, we play with someone named Mayday, and we always make fun of her saying Mayday is always sus. Um,
Mayday's
Jay.
always
I
such.
never played poker, Jay.
Yeah,
Jay was
never.
saying he played Texas Hold'em with the family. Big mistake.
Mayday's our Loki. I think everybody has their Loki in that game, and that. Oh,
Mayday is our Loki.
so normally I have my other question that asks you, but we kind of touched through that one. The why do you continue to stream? Obviously, it's just because you.
I mean, I can,
Oh,
I can.
ooh. Okay, we're asking it. We're asking it. I love it.
Well, I mean, yeah, we kind of like touched it, like you said, but I can go over it again. Um, Basically, like I was said earlier, of just like, what's a good example? Wait, hold up.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
put
because
up my
you. How long have you been streaming?
5 or 6 months. Yeah, 5 or 6 months.
Okay. Oh wow. So
Let me.
we actually all we met like in the beginning of both of ours. Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We did.
That's right. Okay. I didn't realize we were both that fresh when we met. Um. Yeah. So
I was gonna
be
pull up my about section real quick, cause like my about section clearly says so something that's very true about my about what you're asking me here.
I know
It
I've
says my goal is to make content as a full-time job and have a good time with all of you instead of wasting away in a boring job with no purpose, just being another cog in the machine, living paycheck to paycheck, waiting for a retirement at 65 to then with my luck probably die at 66. Fuck that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love okay, that's gotta be the best about me bio that I've ever heard. That
So
is
like, yeah, man. Like, I when I was in school in high school, I was like in high school and college, I was like, okay, I need to pass this to get a good job, to live a good life. Because that's what you're kind of taught from your parents, and other people.
the American dream.
Which, it wasn't for me, but that doesn't mean it's not for other people. Like everybody's different. And we all gotta hustle. Life sucks and everyone has to do their hustle to do their thing. And like it's fine. I get it. But like it didn't work for me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just enjoy the things I like to do, which is hang out with friends and family, just have a good silly time. And then to get money, I'll work these jobs. But every time I would work at these different jobs, I'd be like, God damn, do I hate this job? But I need the money.
Yeah.
um, like I hate basically working at a place where someone could treat you like shit and you have to take it and you can't do anything about it. And people just breathing over you the whole time, telling you what you need to do 24/7, and you have no power over anything. It's like, goddamn. For working for like money, like I said, that yeah, maybe you retire as a millionaire, but then you have very little time to spend with loved ones and do what you want to do. Your bucket list is gonna end pretty short, honestly. So like, what makes me want to keep streaming is not have to live that life and do stuff which I love, which is playing games, creating a community where people can get away from the real world for a moment, have a good laugh. Maybe that'll brighten their day, put a smile on their face, help them when they're going through a tough time, and then do that as a career, which would be awesome if I could do that. And yeah, and that's what keeps me motivated every day. Like I wake up, and literally every day I wake up, I'm not gonna lie here, and I just keep saying to myself, "Do you want to keep working this shitty job? No. Okay, then keep streaming and keep doing content." Like, I
Sometimes you
just
gotta
literally
have
keep
that
telling
little
myself,
self
"You're gonna have a
motivation.
shit life." No, okay, then keep doing it. Literally.
Yeah, that's why I just switched jobs recently too, because I got tired of my whole life revolved around the job, and the pay and stuff
Yeah.
wasn't worth it. I was doing HVAC, and with HVAC, heating and air, you're on call and stuff, which it wasn't too often, but it was 2 to 3 times a month I'd be on call. When you're on call, you're in from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. You're just sitting there waiting for a call. Saturdays every once in a while. My phone's always by my side. I hated it. I hated every part about it. Now I got a job that I go to work. I work long hours, but I work and I go home. And now I only work 3 days one week, 4 days the next, back and forth. Yeah, I get more time off. But what's funny is doing this first switch, I started kind of getting a little like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do a lot of the hardcore streaming. I might just kind of stream for fun here and there. Kind of for the first time since I was streaming, I kind of got a little down about it.
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, oh wow, I am actually getting this feeling like I always tell people don't get, or I'm always the one saying no, that's not how it needs to be. That's not right. Don't be like that. And I finally kind of hit it. And my wife kind of was like, oh hell no, that ain't happening. I was like, all right. And then I popped into somebody's stream, and just the things they were saying after it, they're like, oh my god, hey, it's you. And I'm like, I'm
You're
just
like, "You remember me?"
I was right. I'm like, I'm just me. I'm just another guy. And the way they were talking, I'm
It's
like,
just me, and he's like, "No, man, you're the best. You're breathtaking."
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh.
I mean, that's about how they come across with it. And I'm over here like, I'm just another dude. But yeah, okay.
But alright, okay.
Yeah, and but it was stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I need to continue to push. Um,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
people will say that in my chat too, and like I just keep telling them, "Hey, man, it's just me," but I feel very humbled and flattered that I'm able to make your day happy. Like, damn.
exactly, and it's things like the comment that just came through from Jay. It's funny. I found the void scrolling through all the way down, just chatting, just chatting, and
Yeah,
look, it's all here. Look here, 50 days later, and I've been playing games with them. Also found the Diffo through the void. Yeah, and
yeah.
it's things like that that make it worth it and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I can't quit it. And I wasn't really like thinking about quitting. It was more of just like cutting back quite a bit, stream here and there just for the fun of it, or like when I'm chilling with people. But it's when you get into those high stress moments, and I'm not like I don't like get depressed or anything, but I'm just like, wow, am I gonna have the time for this? Even though I have 3 days off one week, 4 days off the next, I'm like, I have time. Just it'll be good. And I went through a few things recently. What's funny is you do realize doing streaming and stuff in these different communities, whether how good your community is, you're still going to run across some people that are going to cause some things that are going to, they're supposed to be your friends and you think you're your friends. And then they go do things that kind of conflict what you're doing. And you're just like,
Yeah.
why, man? But
Yeah, it's like, um, how do I say this? Like I try to set the mood when people come into my stream or come into my Discord or message me or whatever. And like I feel like you can kind of understand how people are gonna be when you start talking to them or messaging them. But you could know somebody for 10 years and out of nowhere they backstab you and you're like, whoa, what the fuck just happened?
yeah,
So like I feel like self moderation is really good. Like I when people come into my chat and they also stream and I've been able to catch their stream and I feel like they're on my same vibe or they're a good person, I'll give them a shout out on my stream. That way people will go check them out. But I believe in my community in the sense that I believe they're good people and that the good people will self-moderate and tell me or tell others that hey, this person that Cthulhu gave a shout out to or love, they're doing this like sketchy shit. Because it'll be impossible for me to watch everyone that's like shown me a love or that I've talked to be like, hey, why are you doing that over there? That's weird. Why are you doing that? So I feel like instantly people on my computer will let me know, hey, this guy's doing something weird.
I've actually been through that. Recently, there was a guy that
It's
I,
gonna make me cry
yeah,
too. Hoes. I love you, bro. I love you guys.
there's a
Uh,
guy recently that I thought I've seen on like TikToks and stuff. I'm not going to say names on here, but there's a guy that I've seen recently that I thought was a decent guy. Um, people brought him up. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen some good stuff from him. Seems like a good guy. And one of my close streamer friends on here, one of my mods actually, was telling me some stuff, and he didn't know that I knew who the guy was. And he's like, yeah, so this just went down in this stream, and this guy was saying this crap to me, and I'm like, really? And he's like, oh, you know that, bro? I'm like, yeah, I didn't realize he was like that. He goes, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, he's over
It
here with his
happens.
40 viewers or whatever, and then talking smack on one of his viewers. Like, I'm
It
like, really?
happens, bro.
How? Where? Like, what are you doing? Like, how is that
Mhm.
I don't know. But it's also the same type of people that we're back to our comment of they're in it for the money.
Yeah.
And that's like my biggest goal. So like I do this podcast because I just love talking to people. I just love talking to people and learning about them and just seeing people's different insights on life. But if we can get this podcast big enough, and I think I've said
Mhm.
it in like every other one, if we can get this podcast big enough that when somebody comes in as a guest,
Mhm.
they'll get more follows and get more views and stuff out of it. And like people that are viewing can actually be like, oh, hey, that person's really interesting. Let me drop a follow, and it'll help them. And that's like my
Yeah.
biggest goal behind this is like, if we can get this to be a very large thing,
Mhm.
we can help everybody that's a guest that comes through here. And
Yeah.
I benefit because I get to talk to people. I'm like, oh yeah.
By the
It's
way, hello to Devin Stamey. I don't know who that is, but hello.
that is so that's Da Bripper.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. The
No,
Bripper. Yo,
yeah,
what's up, the Bripper? Thanks for the follow, the Bripper.
Da Bripper. That would also be
We toss smack.
Dev the dude I was playing with last night that I
Oh,
usually
really?
that's always on COD with me. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Absolutely awesome, dude. Love it. That was another one, just random meet through somebody else that met through Ninja with Two Guns. One of the
Uh-huh.
first people that I found and brought into the Diffo. It was a friend of his that now I play Call of Duty with all the time when I'm on.
Nice.
And yeah, we talk smack, but not really, except on Phil and his rock.
The Rock. Yeah, you're damn right. You're not wrong.
And that's the thing too, though, is like there's jokes and stuff in our streams.
Mhm.
It the wholesome, just the good vibes is what it's about, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
jokes and stuff that'll come up and a lot of things that'll come through, and so you're just a happy good guy. I could be a little more opinionated and I'll say things, and I don't really dub ripper. The fuck is dub ripper?
Sorry. The fuck is the Bripper? I'm sorry.
No,
I
don't be
wait. So wait, what's his name? How do you pronounce it? Say it again.
dab ripper.
Dab Ripper. So
He's
when
into
you
the
followed me, Dab
extracurricular
Ripper,
activities.
I read it back as the Bripper.
Dub ripper.
The Bripper. I apologize.
Oh, it Dev won't be mad. He's cracking
The
me.
fuck is the
Uh,
Bripper?
that's a more of a laughing the fuck, not a yeah, the haha. Yeah, in our streams, so we're both a little the happier with it. Well, unless I play COD, I'm grumpy, but I'm a little more. I can be opinionated in certain ways. Like I've had a few people pop into my streams, and I'll get a little political with things. Um,
No.
I have my views on certain things, but I'm very
Spice.
open. I'm very open to a lot of
Uh-huh.
things, but there's also a few things that I'm completely against. And if you're pro something and you didn't do your research and you don't know what what you're standing for and what they actually mean, I have no
Yeah.
problem shooting it down. We got in a conversation recently. Somebody brought up, I made a comment about a boy acting like a girl, and I got so much crap about don't say something like that, and I'm like, okay, that's one thing I will shut down. There's not much political or certain things I'll get into, but
Mm,
you can kind of call it old school, but I'm all for women being women. If my wife
mm,
wants to, if I could afford it, which I can almost now, if my wife wants to fucking stay at home and just get her nails done and just be a
uh-huh.
woman, that's fine. I don't give two shits. If you don't want
Mm,
to, but if you want to work, work. I don't. I'm like,
mm.
you do you be you. But I'm also for people being people and
Mhm.
not pointing other people in the directions they want. So that's where ours will differ a little bit. Is you're just a happy, just wholesome guy, and I know you try to avoid a lot of that stuff. Um,
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, like life sucks, buddy.
yeah,
Life's a bitch. Let me tell you. But I feel like one, it's hard to know. Like even you could be in your teens, you could be old, you can be in the middle, and it's hard to figure out what you like to do that makes you happy. That's also not destructive to other people or to yourself. Whether it be a hobby or something that you like to do as a career or whatever. Um, but I'm all about like whatever you want to do that, go ahead and do it. And like I also realize you, most of the time bad things happen in the sense that some people will complain about people that are doing great, um that they might not deserve it. But it's like that's gonna happen. We have no control over people that are being shitty, and they might be getting success, but the least we can do is just go your day by day, enjoy what you like to do, and try to surround yourself with other people that make you feel good and that they want to create things that are good vibes and stuff like that. That's why in my chat, I don't talk about no politics or religion. And if people are getting negative, I'm like, hey, like even if people are being shitty, like I've had like 4 or 5 instances where people are just trolling in my chat, and I've just been like, hey, look, it's kind of obvious that you're in here just trolling, but we can just hang out. We can be here, have a good time. But if you want to keep trolling, you can either leave or I can ban you.
exactly. We'll
One of the two.
put an end to it right now
And usually they just troll again. I'm like, all right, well, I gave you a chance. And I just banned them.
and out. We had somebody do that on the
Yeah.
podcast last week, and I was just like, all right, Jay, you
Oh,
have a
wait.
good one.
Bye, Jay. Bye, buddy.
And we had somebody do that on a podcast, and I just went through and banned him. I was like, I'm not even dealing with this.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's gonna happen. And my thing, like I said, I have my opinions on things, and if somebody is very opinionated in their way and they don't do their research, I'm kind of like, eh. But at the same time, I don't care. Even if you're, I mean, there's a lot of dumb people in this world, and I'll hang out with anybody. Even if your views are complete opposite of mine and I don't agree with them, I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. We can still
Yeah,
play
like
games. Like we can still
a
hang
lot
out.
of people try to like change other people. And it's like, I feel like you could have a view and I have a view, and we could still respect each other and go through our lives. But most of the time, like that's why I like try not to argue with people, because like most of the time if they ask me about something, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to talk about that. And then I go, but no, like what's your opinion about it? And I'm like, well, it's this. And they're like, oh, what? And I'm like, well, this is why they don't want to talk about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
See, and I like to ask
um
why. I'll be like, why is your opinion that? What makes it that? And then and then if it starts to go bad, I'm like, all right, clearly we can't have a civilized conversation because the cells are a little lacking over there, but that's fine. Doesn't mean we can't be friends with this. Layeth
yeah,
down the
man.
smacketh down. Yeah. And there's gonna be all over the place. Like so
Yeah.
I don't anymore because I can't. But I used to mountain bike with a good buddy of mine that I used to mountain bike with. He was
Mhm.
very opposite direction because it was when a lot of political stuff was going down. He was very, very opposite direction of me. Like we
Mhm.
could not even get on the subject of that because I like his thoughts on like politics stuff. I was like, whoa,
Like
whoa.
we're just trying to ride a bike here.
Yeah, I'm like, but well, that was the thing though. It's like if we would go ride, never brought it up. We just never talked about it, and it didn't matter. Like we would just,
Just the wind through our hair
it
and our
was,
pedals
it
on
was
the
just,
on the bike.
we're just having fun, and that's what it should be
Uh,
about. It should just be about having fun and hang out with your friend. They do their if you want your political or even just your views and stuff like that. There's
yeah.
plenty of places out there to do it. I mean, you're on Discord with these servers. You can find servers on Discord that'll deal with your bullshit and they want to listen to your bullshit. Like,
That's what I try to tell people in my chat that want to talk about those things. I'm like, hey, look, think about my stream or anything that's my content as like my house. And I welcome you into my house, but there's these rules. Now, you can either come in and have a good time and follow the rules, but if you want to do something else, there's plenty of houses you can go to and have a good time over there. doing what you want to do here, but don't do it here.
Right? What's
Yeah.
funny is we actually just lost somebody in the community within the last week or so that went out with just nothing but problems. Dude was a total douchebag with the way he went
Froze
about it.
up on me. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. You're back to normal. You're back to normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked like you were possessed by a demon.
Discord can be a little taxing on your computer sometimes, especially if you're doing a few extra things. That's one thing I learned in the beginning is Discord can be difficult.
Indeed.
But what's funny, so we had that guy that just left recently, and he left with
Hmm.
saying stupid shit, and it was just nothing but problems, and nobody really liked him anyways. But I tried to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Even when he popped his mouth off, I was like, I defend him a little bit. Then I'm like,
Hmm.
hey, but you need to do this. And what's funny is when he first came in, he was one of those ones like, can we get a politics page? Can we get a politics channel? I just want to talk politics. I'm like, no, no, no. And then come to find out he ends up being nothing but problems and leaves. I was like, figures as much. Figures
Yeah.
that you want to be the one to get into all this. But yeah, it is what it is. It's that kind of stuff that I'm glad we can usually stay away from it. And that's one thing that's too
Yeah.
is majority of the community, especially
Mhm.
right now, like in the diff, I don't have anybody that tries to drop politics, which they know that I'll be like, no, it's not. I don't do politics in my stream. I don't do politics in the communities. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, we'll pop off and say something, but it's no politics, no religion, no religion is one of those ones I could get on for a very long time. I have a lot of views on that one. It's just I don't do I don't do current
Yeah.
life situations. I don't
We're
do
just here to have a good time, man.
exactly, and that's
That,
what the community is about, having
that.
fun. Here to
Yeah,
hang out, but
exactly.
that's what I love. Is like I hop in the Diffo, and everybody avoids that stuff. Like
Yeah.
and what's funny is the Diffo community is the
Hmm.
newer server, and I haven't said anything about that, but everybody knows just to avoid it. I hop in the
That's good.
void, everybody avoids it, and I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
And then I get some of these other servers, like I was saying, I haven't talked to recently because I was like, I was like, I
Yeah.
stay away from this crap. My everyday life is revolved around it because I hop on TikTok and it's covered in this crap. I don't want my Discord to be like that.
Yeah.
It's just good places to be, but that's why I have things sectioned. I have certain places I like to be in my Discord and certain places that I don't. But
And well, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna move on to the next question. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, shit.
You were gonna say shit.
I was gonna say that, like, also what I said earlier, like, it's good that when you lay a foundation of what you want it to be and people understand it, and it's like we were saying about earlier about empty follows
Mm-hmm.
of like I like that the people that I communicate with and that are part of my community and are part of the Discord. That's why I like Discord too. That way you can connect even more with the community.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're very tight knit and we all know what the vibe is. And like if anything wants to go bad, we all let each other know. Just like self moderation, like I was telling you earlier. That's what I really like.
Yeah, I absolutely
Yeah.
love that. And it definitely brings better people that I've noticed. I'm sure there's bad parts of Discord. Oh, I know
Yeah.
there is. I'm in a couple communities. I'm like, ugh, ugh.
like
Ew.
like I feel like it helps a lot with what you were saying earlier that like because you default do it for others, you had it in the mindset of at least well, that's what I believe it to be, or the mindset of, you know what, it's hard to put your stuff out there. I want to create a community of good people, good vibes, and for us to help each other where not everyone can pop in at your stream at the same time. That's impossible. But people have different times of streaming, different schedules, different games they're playing, different things they're doing. So you have like a variety, kind of like a Netflix channel of things to watch. And whenever you have a time to click on it, you can click on it. And default helps small people not only get bigger, but in a way that it's wholesome and it's not empty. And the moment that you get people that are trying to do that follow for follow or that emptiness or that fakeness, everyone notices it because there's already that foundation of just now I got stuck on the word
Right?
generosity. Generosity.
Yeah.
Being genuine.
Oh, I
um
don't like that word.
and everyone, they just call you out on your shit. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's what it's about. Like I like that phrasing though. Like a Netflix channel of it's a good place to go to. And Though I like the way I try to set it up though is because I want it to be somewhere you can go that you can post your things. Don't expect everybody to come in and watch. Yeah, because that's not what we're about. We're not a follow for follow. But I also want you to learn self promotion with it. So I'm not going to, unless once you've promoted yourself a few times, then I'll finally pop in and say something. I'll be like, hey, everyone, this go drop the person a follow, this and that, or let's watch this. But I want people that come in, I want them to learn. So when they hit that affiliate or when they're moving on, they have the confidence to be able to promote themselves because that's what it's about with all the streaming and the stuff that
Mhm.
we do. It's about promoting yourself and being able because without that, so there's so many communities out there which it's a completely different basis, but like the communities that are based on building affiliates,
Mhm.
they come in, they plan on who they're going to watch that week or who they're going to watch that day or at this certain time, and they set up, and then they focus on getting that person to affiliate. So they'll have 40 people watching them from this community, and then
Wow.
but as soon as they hit affiliate, it's gone. They don't
Oof.
get, and that's what really bothered me in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a couple really well known communities that are known for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, which there's a few people in ours that are from those communities. And one
Oh,
of
baby.
them was actually one of the guys from those communities was actually the very first person that we had to ban because he
Ooh.
was so bad and just such a bad person.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was just I was like, wow, that's the type of people that come through. But they're just solely based on whoever created that community. I keep knocking my desk, so my camera's bouncing all over the place. They the person that started that community, they make their set times, they post it in there, which they're great at promoting because they're setting their times, they're setting each thing in their channels of where it needs to be, and then everybody
Mhm.
shows up when this person goes live just to get them that affiliate, which
Mhm.
doesn't teach them how to properly self promote,
Yeah.
doesn't give them the confidence for after the viewers aren't there of what to do or how to feel about not having these viewers. Because I mean, there's times where
Yeah.
they'll have 100 viewers because that's 100 to 200 viewers in the beginning
Ooh.
trying to hit affiliate, and then you hit
Yeah.
your affiliate and now you have two.
Yeah.
And stuff like that
That-
is why we have so many lost viewers and everything. And then like when I first I there's multiple people right now that when we first started the Diffo, I still remember the got to affiliate in the Diffo and stuff, and I still talk to them. A couple of them have just kind of gotten a little bit bigger and just gone on their own, and I laugh. I'm like, whatever, do what you got to do, and I don't mind. That's what it's about. But there's some of them that were in there in the beginning, and now I watch, and they're averaging 20, 25 viewers and stuff. I hop in. I've seen times where they've got 40 viewers. Um,
nice.
yeah, and some of them are like they'll come back and say thanks, this and that, and that's what it's about. I don't want people. The biggest change for me is when I seen people repping the Diffo name as their thing. So like you represent the void. That's yours.
Mhm.
People
Yeah.
represent see people are using the Diffo as the name they represent, or just like they would with like Unwanted Tribe and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I didn't want that. I was like, no, unless you don't want to build your own community, that's fine. But if you're wanting to build it, no,
You gotta do
don't
your own thing.
exactly let the
Yeah.
Diffo be the place you can go to get the help and for people for a place to post and this and that, but don't rep it as that's your community because it's not going to build you unless you want to just be like, yeah, I'm part of this, let's all be part
Yeah.
of this, it's a good place, that's fine.
Yeah,
But
because like you gotta do your own thing. Like, let's say someone says, "Oh, but a lot of people from the default, I feel like are my audience." Well, then what you could do is make your own server with your own rules and things, and then post that in the self promote section of default and be like, "Hey, look, guys, we did it. We got here. There's a server I made for my own image and what I want my stuff to be. If you can join it, please follow me here."
exactly, and that's what it's about. So it's still promoting you,
Mhm.
it's still building your community, and I'm fine if you put like a hashtag Diffo or something, but
Mhm.
don't, because I've got a few people that promote their stuff and then they'll put like hashtag Diffo in there, and that's fine.
Mhm.
That still shows like, oh hey, this is that community, or you like that part, but make sure you're putting your community first because that's what it's about. You need to grow yourself. You're not
Mhm.
gonna you can't build yourself by representing somebody else's name. And I know I've seen a few people that
Yeah.
are hashtag MFam or hashtag FatFam, and I I'm like that's it's cool that you want to be a part of that, but if you're a streamer and you're trying to get big, You either need, and if you're going to represent these, you need to be a big part of this community. You need to be a known name. So like we have like Ninja with Two Guns.
Mm.
A lot of his stuff is based around the Diffo, and he represents the Diffo, but everybody knows him as a big part of the Diffo.
Mm.
If you're going to represent a name in the community, you need to be an active part in it, and you need to be, when you hop in, people need to be like, oh, hey, yeah, that's this person that does this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you need to be building your community. And
Yeah.
I'm more for teaching people to have their own self promotion than just, oh, hey, you hit affiliate. Affiliate means nothing to me. I'm like, it's just it takes it. It's not a really hard goal, but I feel
Mhm.
like it's a good goal in the beginning to teach you something. And if you're hopping in a community that's just going to get you to that affiliate,
Yeah, because then if, like we were saying, if you can't build your own image and foundation of to make your own audience, then yeah, it's just gonna, yeah, you hit affiliate, but then nothing might, most likely nothing will become of it if you don't like put that grind and, you know, do your own thing.
100%. And that's like the person we lost recently was mad because they're like, oh, well, I don't feel like if I don't like this person, I shouldn't have to view them. And I'm like, I never said you had to. Nobody ever said you
Yeah.
had to go watch
We're
somebody.
not forcing, yeah. We're not
I was
it's
like,
like what I said about the Netflix thing. There's all these options. Click it if you like it. And if you don't like it, go away.
I'm going to change the name of the Diffo community to the Diffo Flicks.
Difocast.
Oh, it's a place to
Oh
hop
man.
in. And what do you want to watch right now? But I do love that because you can hop in because like we changed the community to where now like you have Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube Live, so you have the
Mhm.
different spots that you can hop in and see people on different platforms what they like. Because we're starting to get more Facebook streamers. I don't
Nice.
know if I don't think we have any YouTube streamers yet. Technically, now I'm the
Mhm.
only one. Um,
Mhm.
but I'm a split Twitch and YouTube. I've got two different channels.
Well, it makes sense to like put yourself on on everything, you know, all platforms.
Yeah, and this switch here was more for an ease for me. Just there's so much going on, and I feel like YouTube is a better platform for podcasts and stuff than Twitch.
Mhm.
Twitch is mostly gaming based and everything like that. I don't feel like not necessarily for growth, but I just think YouTube's a better option for this one.
Mhm.
Plus, it's already saved, and then I just pull the audio and put it on Spotify like I've been doing. So it saves me time. But
And like you know, I've been doing this for 5 or 6 months, and I'm amazed with how much love and support I was saying earlier that everyone's giving me, and I appreciate all of you. And like I understand that like this isn't night over day. Like you're not gonna, not to say it doesn't happen. Some people grow to be a big channel extremely fast, but it's different for everybody, is what I'm saying. And usually what happens is if you want to be successful, at least this is my opinion about it. If you want to be successful, you have to do the grind, which it takes a while, and do the right moves in the sense of like putting all your stuff out there to try to get everybody in and different forms of getting income in. Um, and then a percentage of it is also luck by people just clicking on your stuff and finding it.
yeah,
Like right now, my main thing is being live on Twitch, and then the little clips that that are funny. Uh, my friend Muda Panda. No, well, he was Muda Panda. Now he changed his name to Muda Mecha. he he helps me edit the clips to post them on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That way, if there's people there that want to watch, that find that clip funny and want to watch me on Twitch, they can go there. And then on YouTube, I also have the clips, but eventually, we're gonna do bigger edits of the for like 4 hour live VOD to make like a 15-minute video or something. And then obviously, when I have enough money, like anytime I have a little idea of creating something, I write it down. Like I want to change my profile pictures and different things to for the audience to use while they're chat. Like there's a bunch of stuff I want to do. It just takes time and
yeah,
also a little bit of money to do.
yeah,
And like merch also. What else? Oh, like obviously if you get big enough and someone someone wants to do an ad with you, that's awesome. But it all takes time. It all takes time.
yeah. And I wish I had somebody like that. I don't have anybody that's into that kind of editing stuff that's really good with doing that I could really trust. Um, Especially because even with the Diffo being what it is, I've lost some good people that I thought were okay that weren't. and I'd be so afraid. I have trust issues, and I'd be so afraid to have somebody be making my videos for this, and then
Yeah.
to like delete everything, and it was just, it would suck. Like I don't know anybody that I've known for a long time that I could actually trust with that, or somebody, because I there's a few people that have wanted to help, but I also know they're the same
Yeah.
type of people. If things got big, they'd want everything, and
Oh,
if they
damn.
didn't get enough out of it, and like, because at first you'd have to be, it'd be just being a good scholar and helping out, because obviously I can't afford to pay anybody right now. But eventually,
Yeah.
when things took off, I'd be like, yeah, I'd pay you as much as I could. I mean, there's
Yeah, me and Buddha had that understanding. I told him like, hey man, like also Mr. Bister wants to help me as well. Like I have two friends that want to help me. And like told them both that, hey man, I really don't have the money to pay with it. And they're both like, hey, no, it's fine. Obviously for now, it's more because we're friends and we want to help you. But obviously down the line, if you become big, we can talk about numbers then.
yeah. See, and
Yeah.
I don't have anybody like that that's good with that kind of editing and stuff right now. So I have to do all my stuff myself. So working as much as I do, I work 40 hours one week, 50 the next. And I work 12.
God damn.
Well, it's not bad, but it's 12-hour days the way I do it. So I work, it's
Hmm.
36 and then 48 is what I do. So it's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's full days. So on those days, it's really hard to do anything because I got to get back to bed. But now I've kind of changed some things around, and now I go to bed at like midnight, get up at 6, and I've been actually running pretty good on that. So I'm gonna have some more time at night to work on some
Nice.
stuff for this. The homies, yeah, I don't.
The whole yeah, damn right, Lucas.
That's what my life's been kind of sporadic and all over the place to get me to where I am right
Mhm.
now. So I don't have a lot of close friends from before or anything. I just have everybody that's now, and it's still kind of short term friendships that haven't really grown that big yet. And the life caused me to not be so trusting. So maybe down the road we'll have something. Eventually. I mean, it's not like it's hard to edit the videos we have. I just, my attention
The
span is
time.
time,
The
and my
time
attention span
also.
remembering to come back to it. And it's just, it's one of those things that is what it is. But I on to the next question real quick, because I feel like it fits really good in this time frame.
Go ahead, go.
Um, Streaming for 5 months, 5 6 months, like you're saying, you've been streaming. All the different people you've met and interacted with. Has streaming changed anything about your everyday life?
Let's sleep.
Truth, freaking truth, man. I used to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night, and I was mad if I didn't. Now I'm like, 5, we're good. Fun.
I mean, yeah, less sleep. One. Um uh like I'm a happy guy, like you're saying, like because I'm just very I'm very easygoing and I go with the flow. So I'm always just like this. Like this isn't a persona. I am like this. um but in the sense of like it has made me happier because I would go to work and be like, okay, well, I'm here to get the paycheck, I do my job, and I can go home, and then my free time I can use it to do what I want, which is hang out with friends, hang out with family, play some games, maybe watch a movie or two. um and that, like, in no way am I complaining about my life when I was at that moment, because I enjoy any time I had free time to hang out with friends and family. But started streaming, that Yashi just said that sentence of, you could just press the button and you'll be live. And I'm like, damn, you're right.
I Once you get
So
everything set up, it really is like that.
yeah, you just press the button. uh like watching, 5 6 months, and all the, like I said, all the love and support, and the gears actually turning, and me noticing like this can actually work. Like now when I clock into work, instead of being like, well, here's another day out of the goddamn 60
Yeah.
years, it's more like, you know what? I could probably, there's gonna come a day where like I don't have to clock in here anymore. I don't have to clock in anymore. So like that changed my life a lot, of like knowing that there's gonna be a point where I don't have to go there anymore. And I could just have free time to enjoy with friends and family. And then the time I'm working, I'm not even working because I'm still playing games and hanging out with friends. So it's that's increased my happiness by tenfold. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that, man. And so many people get wrapped up in the everyday life of work and just trying to build that career and build that time frame. What's funny is the new job I just got into, I actually like the company. It's a pretty good company. I'm like, I could stay here for a little while. But I'm like, no, we need yes and no. I can be okay with what I'm doing, and it's nice because now I do a job that I can do my job and go home. I don't have to think about it later on or what. Because that was the thing too. So like when I was doing heating and air, there's
Yeah.
times. So I live up here in Idaho, and it gets a little cold in the wintertime. Doing heating and air, if you come across a furnace that's got a crack in the heat exchanger, you have to condemn that unit and shut it down.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's been multiple times where I'd go into somebody's house and it's 25 degrees outside and I'm shutting their furnace down and they have nothing. Because I don't,
Oh.
if I don't, carbon monoxide gets to the house, they die. That's my life.
Oh, they're looking at you like you're the devil.
Yeah,
They're looking at you like, why are you forsaking this house?
I've had a couple. I had one. I think out of the time, all the ones I had to do, I had one that actually understood, and they completely.
Yeah.
But they were also the same type of people. They work for a company that helps. It's an app to help people that are like depressed and stuff. Somewhere to go to and talk.
Oh.
Yeah, it was actually
Oh,
really
that's nice.
cool. I need to repost it. I have it in the Diffo fam somewhere. I need to repost it in the new community. But yeah, so you got stuff like that. Now my new job, I have set things I have to do, but it's never too
Yeah.
stressful. It just gets a little busy, and I'm just like I go to work and I come home. Like I can leave work at work and I don't have to think about it when I'm at home.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's normal. It's okay to feel like sad and depressed because life is hard and it hits everyone different ways and everyone has to deal with different struggles in their life. But like you just gotta try to get through it by surrounding yourself with other people that are gonna bring you up and doing things that you love, as simple as it being like, I don't know, drawing SpongeBob on a canvas or playing a video game or anything like that. I don't know.
See, and that's why I
Yeah.
won't put up with toxicity in the community because I want, no matter what you are, what's going on, you need to have a place you can go to that'll make you
Yeah.
feel comfortable. And that's what the the Diffo community is. That's what the Void is. And
Yeah.
that's if you have any bad times, you can go to these two communities, and
Indeed.
that's what I love. It's one of absolutely freaking amazing. I love it. Um, of the things you,
Oh, and then like a lot of people in chat also tell me sometimes, well, not too many times anymore because now everyone knows my 2 cents on it. But like people will be like, "Man, you're so wholesome and this community is great. Um, like it pisses me off how it pisses me off how these women on Twitch they're just showing their chest out and they get all these views and subs and bits." I'm like, and I just tell them, "Look, man, like basically what I just said. Everyone's trying to do a hustle a different way. Like they're creating their audience with the platform that they're doing, and if that makes them their life better, then more power to them, whatever. Like that, we're not, like I said, like you create a foundation and try to create a community, and then that's what's gonna like build around you and what you're gonna create. um and there's a lot of evil and crazy and bad people out there. You can't stop them all. Like what's this guy, what's this guy's name, like Jake Paul, bro. He went into a forest and took a video of someone dead. Like that's horrendous. But people still love the guy. You can't stop it. You can't. It's impossible.
you're never gonna be able to stop it.
So it sucks. But what we can do is just not give them attention. Like forget them. Don't let them ruin your day. Do what you do. What's gonna make you happy, and support others that are trying to lift up other people and the community little by little. Like there's an analogy that I like a lot, and I got it from a movie with Eddie Murphy, which I think it was hilarious. I forgot the name of the movie, but he's like a monk in that movie. I think it's super funny. I think Jeff Goldblum's in that movie too.
Oh,
It's
really?
hilarious.
Oh, I need to.
Yeah, and like maybe the movie didn't care about that quote, but I thought it was great. It might be a quote from something even older. I feel like it is. Um, but the story was that Eddie Murphy was saying, I was walking down a beach once and there was a bunch of starfish on the shore and they were all dying. And I saw this kid throwing all the starfish back into the ocean. I told the kid, but like, you're not going to save them all. They're going to die. It doesn't matter. And the kid said to the monk, yeah, but it matters to that one. And I was like, bro, that's a great quote. I love that.
That's a heart squeezer right there. That's
So
like
it's like,
same thing with like when we talk about these communities and these streamers that have it's all based around them. There's a few of
mm,
them in here, and there's one in particular that I know he's not what people think he is. I know he's very self-centered, and I know for a fact I know what he's actually like. But a lot of people don't see him like that. And I've talked to a few people about it, and they're like, because they start to find more people are starting to kind of see it, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, like this and this." I'm like, "I know." They're like, "Why did you say anything to me?" I was like, "Just because I know what somebody's like. If you see that person as somebody else and it makes you happy and it's not affecting your life in a bad way, what does it matter? What does it matter if that person isn't causing physical harm on somebody and it makes you feel better about yourself just because you don't know about the stupid little shit they do on the side? What does it matter?" Because there may be tons of people out there that it's doing something, they think it's doing something good for them, and it comes down to placebo. If as long as they think it's doing good, it helps them. So
it's like there's no point in us. Like I would tell people in the chat, like there's no point in us. Like even if people are doing a fake facade, and like we can't change their minds of them realizing that that person's fake or doing something bad. There's no point in us thinking about it and stirring the pot, because then it just brings us down, something we feel overwhelmed and underpowered by because we can't change it, and it's not going to do any good. It's like, leave them, ignore them, they're going to do what they're going to do. Let's just concentrate on us and bring each other up and have a good time.
yeah, they're not going to change who they are, and they're going to be the way they are. Let the few that are going to get help from it, or they think they're getting help from it, get the help.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Like obviously if they ask you about your opinion on it, like always be truthful, but most likely that's not going to change what they want to do about it.
And most people have gotten to know me that so not necessarily like I won't be fully truthful about some things if I know, depends on how I'm asked about it and what the way the question is. I'm like, yeah, from what I see, everybody says he's a good guy. Um, it,
Hmm.
Most people understand the difference in the way I say things and the way I answer questions. They know how I feel about things. I'll be like, yeah, that's what everybody says. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. He's
That's
a
what
good
I hear.
guy.
Yeah.
But now if
I'm
you,
usually very blunt. I'm usually very blunt.
yeah,
Like I like but most of my answers, unfortunately, like I don't have the time to like all the people that have come. For example, before we did this podcast, I went to people's streams to see how they were doing. One was Lucci Vucci, yeah. Another one was Silly Bean, and the third person, I can't remember right now. But like people that have come to me to show me support, and if when they follow me and I go to their page, if they're also trying to create content, I'll remember that and try to go back there when they're streaming and see if they're good and whatever. But obviously, like say someone was streaming for a whole month, there's no way you've seen all those videos. Maybe 90% of those videos they've been good, and one video something happened. They're like, holy shit, what the fuck. Um, but obviously, like most of the time I'm like, oh yeah, the things that I've seen, because I haven't seen everything from the moments that I've been in those streams. They're being a good person. But then it goes back to that self moderation thing of like someone in my community will tell me if someone's being baloney.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to. It's nice having people that can kind of watch out for that stuff with us and let us know what's going on, or just even in general, whether if it's another community or just having friends that can do that for you. Because I mean, I look at them all as friends. I mean, at this point, it's yeah, we've had some other ones that are kind of quiet about things and not so open. But my biggest thing right now is like just be active in different communities and stuff. If you want to be something and you want to just be active, talk on a regular basis, and it'll make a big difference in all of it.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, I'll be blunt if somebody wants to hear blunt. Otherwise, I'm just like it. Like I said, oh yeah, I hear this is what I hear, and I can be too blunt sometimes. So I've learned to just kind of throttle myself back. If people don't want to hear it, I can be yeah. Especially over the last year or so, when I've kind of opened my mind even more to things, and I've researched and I know a lot more things than I used to, and I'm willing to
Hmm.
get into more conversations because I would consider myself not. A few years back, I would consider myself not very highly intelligent, there was a lot of things I was just like, I can do this. I can pick this up. Not that bad, but I wasn't that open, and I wouldn't like read into things. And some things happened in life that kind of changed a lot for me, and that which some of us have that. Some of us have that eye-opening experience that are like, wow, it's time to change. It's time to become something different. Mine started about a year ago, but really happened about a month or so right before I started streaming, and that's just it was what it was. It just kind of was eye-opening, and I was like, I used to be a really good person. Life turned me into a grumpy asshole person, and I wanted to be back to who I was. So I had that life situation that got me back to it.
Yeah.
So now I kind of throttle myself a little bit. There's many different reasons I've been known by a bear, because I used to be a grumpy asshole. What people see me as raging on COD used to be more of my everyday attitude.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. We all have our moments, but that's the thing. Is like I've told people, is I don't fight depression. I've never had depression. I end up with anger issues, so I had to learn how to deal with it myself. And I've got really bad ADHD, which I used to take medication for and stuff, but now I found out I can't take the medication because my old ticker don't tick like it's supposed to. And
damn.
Yeah, and so my doctor tried to put me on something else. I'm like, nah. So I'm actually supposed to go talk to her Tuesday about that and let her know that I just quit everything. Yeah, I was like, I'd rather just live life with nothing than take anything. I was just, yeah. Rather just not take anything. If I don't need it, not going to take it. Now, water, I got to take that. But
we all need water. We all need.
Gotta have liquid.
Especially to balance out all the Monster we drink to stay awake.
Oh, jeebs. Luckily, I've cut back. I only drink one a day. I did. So I have my heart likes to overbeat. I have an accelerated heart rate.
That's because you have so much love to give, bro.
No, it's because I'm fat and I don't exercise.
Same.
I
am rotund, as they say. Bro, the most exercise I do is like when I roll down the stairs.
I don't walk down the stairs. I roll down the stairs and I crawl back up them. I take my stairs one step at a time.
They just stick me in the, those old kitchens where like you would open a little window like this and you put the dinner inside and there's a rope and you pull it up and it ends up on the second floor. They got that for me when I need to go upstairs. They just stuff me in there.
The dumbwaiter.
There you
go. Yeah. Oh geez, I need one of those. I'd be all fine with that. Even my one-story house, I need something to shoot it across. No. Yeah, I've always kind of had a problem with it, and then just kind of being a little overweight right now doesn't help. But yesterday, I for some reason I thought I needed an energy drink. I've realized that I kind of have a slight addiction to it. That I felt like I needed one when I really didn't. I was actually completely fine. But I grabbed a Red Bull and I didn't have a lot of time to drink it. So I opened it, grabbed my box cutter, and I cut a hole above the tab. And I went and just basically shotgunned it.
Why would you shotgun a Red Bull?
5 minutes later, I can feel my chest. I'm like,
bro,
that was a bad idea. I'm driving around at work. I'm like, ugh. I'm like,
the Red Bull gives you wings, but you wanted, instead of 2 wings, you wanted like 6 wings. You wanted to break the sound barrier.
Luckily, it was only the small 8.4 ounce. We're good to go. And now we're not having too many problems today. I'm not going to tell the doctor about that one on Tuesday.
I hope not. Don't do that.
We're going to avoid that conversation.
But you know that moment that you said, that eye-opening thing?
Yeah.
Like that happened to me recently where where I was just going through the motions of daily routine, like before thinking of streaming and stuff. And like, yeah, she told me about it, and then I did the streaming. And then my friend Elvis, that I've known him for more than 10 years, this was like me like a month or two into streaming. He was like, hey man, I was thinking of buying a house and I want to have roommates, and like I want to have my brother here and also you, because you're one of my like longest standing friends, and I really want to do that. Is that something you'd be down for? You could have one, it would be people you trust because we've known each other for so long. We're practically family. And besides that, you can have more time for you to do your stream and stuff, and also just you to like evolve as a be to improve as an adult. And I was like, oh man, I don't know. I'll think about it. Cause like I've been living with my parents for forever. Like I'm 27, and I've always had my mind that, oh, I'm comfortable here. Like why would I leave? And then that I'm opening moment happened to me where like I was putting like after he told me that, I think like 2 days or 3 days passed, and I was putting gas in my car, and like I was daydreaming, and I was thinking to my like just everything hit me in the face at once. I was like, bro, you're 27. By now, like you should have saved money to been out on your own by now, instead of buying all your little nerd stuff. Like I'm a big nerd, and I have a bunch of nerd things like comic books, figurines, posters, graphic tees. But I bought all that stuff with money I shouldn't have been spending. Like I had the money, but like I should have saved it or invested it or tried to get my own place. But since I was got comfortable here, and thinking, oh, just work the job to pay the bills and enjoy your free time with your friends and family, I would just use any money I had to buy those things, which yeah, brought me happiness, but I should have used it for better things. And that was hitting me in the face. And then also of, bro, if you want to do this Twitch thing for real, you need more time to do it. You need to grind it, and you can do that more if you're living with your friends. Just all these things hit me in the face. And like, oh, stop working that shitty ass job. You need to do this Twitch thing, create content. And that was a huge eye-opening moment. So like I called them up and I said, bro, I don't care where you decide to live, I'm there. So like all these things have been happening, like all the great stuff that's happened on Twitch, me trying to put all my stuff on other socials. Eventually we'll do bigger edits on the YouTube, merch, other things, living with my friends in a couple months. All the stuff that I've bought in, that I still love all those things. I'm still a big nerd, but I'll love all those things without physically buying it with money that I shouldn't be buying it with.
Yeah.
So like all those things I have, I've been trying to sell it to like friends or comic book stores or people on OfferUp just to get some of the money back. Like I realize I'm not gonna get it all back, and try to minimize my life and buy things that I like just need, and also invest money in things that I need to invest in, and just grow as a person. Like all that just hit me at one time. And that gas station just putting putting the gas in the car, I was just like, Jesus. The fuck you doing?
It's funny
Yeah.
how it happens like that. It some people it's just it'll kick you like, wow, there's
Yeah.
that it certain words. Um Mine was a little different. We went through, so I got when I got into streaming, it was to help somebody out, and I kind of dabbled with it a little bit, didn't touch it much, and it was I think it was a few weeks after I started messing with all this stuff. I almost lost my wife to a really bad miscarriage. Um
Oh man, I'm sorry.
oh, it is what it is. Life, we're all doing great now.
Goku, I don't know if you're still here, but I love you.
Yeah. And so to the point where she ended up with a ruptured ovary. We had to go emergency. She had to go into emergency surgery. Doctor freaked out,
Damn.
thought she was going to die. During this COVID stuff going on, the only two reasons they allow somebody in the hospital is whether you're a parent or the person's going to die, and they think the person's going to die.
Yeah.
They let me in. Luckily, she didn't realize why they were letting me in right before they put her in surgery. Yeah. She was in too much pain to realize what was going on. Just happy that I was there. And the lady telling me what's going on, and I'm like, holy shit. Goes into surgery and luckily made it out. Thankfully, her doctor was absolutely amazing. Did what he needed to do, got everything fixed, and she's just stupidly tough. Made it through, but when that finally sunk into my eyes that I can't be there and I almost lost her over this, yeah, it was my eye opening. Like the only thing I care about in life, because I don't have close family. I had a really shitty childhood. I've got a few people still that are family around, but I don't talk to them. The only one I still talk to on a regular basis is Loki now. We just got back in touch with each other. We both had really shitty childhoods. We're blood cousins, or obviously blood. All cousins are blood, right there. Oh yeah, we all come from. My grandfather was his grandmother's brother. Yeah, so we both went through the same bullshit, and it's like we just didn't have anything, and I don't have anybody now. So my wife was the only thing I had, And that was I've got a good friend now that's really close to my side, and I've got more people now that things have gone on, but my wife was the only freaking thing I had. And to almost lose that was like my eye opening, like, holy shit. Life is too the possibility of losing life as easy as it can happen was my thing of, we need to change this. I need to build something. I need to build something for me to live on, for my wife to have in case something happens to me. I need to build something that can help other people out instead of just wasting my life away at a job, a 9 to
Yeah.
5, doing nothing but adding money to pay for things that don't matter. Why not build something that, if I do end up leaving, can help people down the road?
Yeah. I agree
So
with that
whether they forget
100%.
about me or not, if there's somewhere they
Yeah.
can go, that's all I care about.
That's the thing too. Like, I don't care about like what's the word? Like leaving a legacy.
Mhm.
Like 100 years pass and people, oh, remember that Cthulhu guy? Like, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, oh, like the now and helping people around me and having a good time with the people that bring me up and they bring other people up. It's kind of like that thing of like, you do good to people and they'll do good unto others, stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I want people to remember the Diffo. I don't
Mm.
I don't give two shits what's remembered about me. Exactly. The legacy thing, it is what it is. I struggled in the beginning. I'm fine with it now, but I struggled in the beginning being the front face, like doing the whole webcam thing and be like, "Oh, hey, see my face. Oh, that's Bear. That's the guy that did all this. That's the guy that's," I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, it's fine." I was like, if I could do everything from behind the scenes and hide away from it all and still build what I built, I would have done it that way. I can't,
Mm.
unfortunately. That's not how the game streaming things works. And like I tell people, I've always wanted to help people, but I'm not a soup kitchen kind of guy. I don't. I love helping people, and I've always wanted to, but I don't do well with ungrateful people.
I got
And being the bigger guy I am, if I run into, like, in that kind of situation, I run into somebody ungrateful, I will beat the shit out of somebody.
you.
Yeah, like,
Like, we all have different skills and we all do good things in different areas. So stick what you're good at, or if you want to be good at something, try your best to like research what you need to do. But we all have our strengths. Like,
exactly. Find out what
yeah,
works with you and the way your life works. Cause, like, yeah, like I said, if
yeah.
I were in a soup kitchen and some homeless dude starts yelling at some lady behind the counter and it goes bad, I'm jumping over the counter and I'm beating him with his bowl of soup. And I'm like, yeah, not my place to help. I'd rather help in the situation like we do with this. But yeah, down the road,
Yeah.
as long as the Diffo is something people look at and they know that's what helps people. Because eventually, I'd like to do more things where we can, like, get together with people, have different meetups at places, and I'd like to eventually have like a Diffo, um, like a I think like a nonprofit, more of like a nonprofit style setup with it.
Cool.
Um, so we can help people. I wanted to do like a charity, but if I did a charity, it has to be like specified to something. And I don't want to, I want to help all kinds of people. I don't want to
Yeah.
just be solely based on one thing. So eventually I want to do
And
like,
it's hard to do charities because I feel like, at least from what I've seen out there, a lot of times most charities are scamming you,
yeah,
in the sense of that they're taking your money and they're not using it to save whatever let's say, like, you were donating to something that was going to save puppies,
yeah.
and they're actually not doing that, or just taking it to do something else, or
Like,
just straight up lying to your face. Like, it's hard. Most of them are just scamming you,
yeah, like
so it's hard.
1% of everything they make goes towards that, and the rest of it goes in their pockets and stuff. And that's
Yeah.
why, at least with the non for profit, the not for profit thing, most people are starting to understand how not for profit works. Yes, people make money off them and people get paid, but they're not based on making profit. So if I can turn it into something like that down the road, I can, what it earns, I can pay people. So people that are struggling or need help but have stuff that can help us in different ways to help other people, I can pay them. They can make money off of it, and then we can also use money to help others and stuff, like donating or doing stuff like that.
Hmm.
So that's what it'll be down the road. And I think it makes more sense because then we can do different things. Like, instead of just being, oh, we help struggling streamers or something, like, which that obviously that's not like a charity thing that would really be something that would fully take off.
Hmm.
But I don't have to be based on one thing.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
but that'll be when we can deal with accountants and stuff because I don't do accounting. That'll be,
um I feel like every time you were gonna mention another question, I kept cutting you off.
oh, you're good. It's fine. It's fine. I no worries at all. I just happened to look over, and I know, like, I'll see it, and I'm like, ooh, I know you'll have a good one. It's hard because
Go ahead. Ask me
so
anything. Ask me anything. Go ahead.
so my next question, with what you've learned and the things that you've gone through with your streaming and your career in streaming, because you are making a pretty good career of it in the short amount of time you've done it.
Ah.
And obviously, like you said, you're not the greatest with electronics and stuff. Getting into it, and you're still doing as well as you are with not being super tech savvy. What advice could you offer to an up and coming streamer trying to get into this?
So, okay, I would say this because people have different situations. Like, if you're up and coming, like if you want to stream or do any type of content, streaming, YouTube, whatever it is, I would say first figure out what it is you want to do. Like some people just want to play one game, some people want to be a variety gamer, some people just want to talk to others, some people want to draw, sculpt, talk about cars. Like everybody's different. So I would say first figure out what it is you want to do. And then once you want to do figure out what you want to do, make sure it's something that you're passionate about and you love doing, because you got to realize you're going to be doing this for a long time, and if it works out, you're going to be doing it almost every day. So make sure it's something you love, are passionate about, and can don't mind doing forever. Because like if you're genuine, like I love playing games, I love having a good time, so I feel like me being genuine about that, it comes across to the audience, so that that makes us more connected, and it overall is better for everyone just having a good time on the stream. So like for example, I have a friend, he came in here earlier, hey, it's Jay. Like he said, I was just because like what I'll try to do when I'm streaming is I'll do like 30 minutes or an hour of just chatting to like catch up with everybody, and then I'll go into playing games, because sometimes when you play games it's hard to keep up with chat.
Yeah.
So he said he just scrolled all the way down to someone that had like under 10 viewers, um and he saw mine, and he just like came into my chat, and we started talking, and then he joined the Discord, and we became more connected, became better friends. And he was like, hey man, I love talking about cars. I love NASCAR, but I feel like no one's gonna watch that, man. And I really want to do it. I'm like, listen, bro, if you're passionate about it and you want to stream it and you want to make content out of it, people will come. If you keep being consistent, keep doing the grind, keep being genuine about what you're doing, um, it'll work. Just do it. So like he's been posting stuff on YouTube, and people have come by, and he's made his own Discord, and he's created a community. So if you're if you're small, I would suggest that find something you really love talking about, and then once you do that, and be consistent. If you're not consistent, that's not gonna happen either. Which I know that's also difficult because some people got families, some got like two jobs. It ain't easy. Try to make the time. Try to figure out a schedule that works for you. But if you're consistent, post things on all socials, try to find different avenues, putting things on different places so people can come to you. And also surround yourself with people that are gonna bring you up. For example, Yashi, Mr. Bister, Muda, and most of my people in my chat, like I don't understand something and I'll try to research it myself. But if I still don't understand it, I will ask them, and they'll come back and help me with it. Or be there in a Discord call and like talk me over what I need to do. So do that, man. Find what it is you want to do. Be consistent with it. Find people that are gonna help you out, and be patient because it doesn't happen overnight. So don't worry about, oh, I don't know how tech works. Oh, I don't know if people are gonna watch specifically my niche. I don't know if people are gonna like me. Oh, like there's people also that become big and they don't have a webcam. So like if you're shy and maybe you grow into it later and do that, there's some people that create a little mascot um instead of their face, and they're huge. Like what's this guy's name on YouTube? Corpse husband.
Oh
He
yeah.
doesn't show his face, and that man's huge. Um, so like don't be, instead of thinking, damn, I can't do it because of this, I would say think about what would I want to do, and just do it. Just do it. And obviously you get it's gonna happen where you get trolls, you get backlash, you
Yeah.
get people that are gonna hate. But as old as this saying sounds, hate is gonna hate.
Potatoes gonna
Just
potate.
so just just do you, man. And hopefully people will gravitate to you, and hopefully what you create will be something that betters others and creates just positivity and a good vibe all around. I don't know if that answered the question at all.
No, it that 100% did exactly, and it comes back to that old phrase that nobody wants to listen to is do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
And one thing I can add to that, like with what you're saying though, is if you're into something, you're not going to be the only one. There's going to be other the reason you're able to be into that is because other people have made something of it already. It kind
Yeah.
of sounds bad, but like if you're into NASCAR, that means it's because it was made into something. NASCAR is there. NASCAR is
Mhm,
there because people love it, which means there's other people that love it. If you're
mhm.
into Call of Duty, there's other people there because they love it. Resident Evil, you're gaming, anything you do, the reason we have the option for us to love this is because other people loved it and are into it.
Yeah.
So if you think you're the only one that's into it, you're not going to be. There's going to be people out there. Now you may be into something that's a little more difficult to grow with. Now NASCAR might be a little more difficult, and cars in general on like with Twitch and stuff. You might be better doing like live streams on YouTube, but there's going to be a following. There's going to be, no matter what you're into, you can go into flower picking. Like you're going to find people that want to watch it.
Yeah, like there's like what 8 billion people on the planet.
That we know of that we talk to. Yeah.
So like there's gonna be people out there that wanna watch what you wanna do. Just make sure it's something you love doing. And even if you don't figure out how to do it properly, you'll get there. Like I'm still learning how to do all of my stuff. Eventually it'll get to like a professional level, but you'll get there. Like just give it time. Don't worry about buying expensive ass equipment. Or either don't fall into that trap. Like just
Yeah,
find people that know what they're
don't do
doing,
it.
or find research, and just buy things that are decent and will get the job done that don't hurt your pocket. Um, yeah, and it's also stuff you can write off later as a business, so that's good too.
Exactly. That's why I try and keep my receipts and stuff, which now most of my
Yeah.
stuff's from last year. So, like my wife just said, yeah, flower girl. It's true that you can literally do anything. And real quick to touch back on what you were saying earlier, because people get upset. Like there's always those people that get upset about somebody, like a girl on Twitch with their boobs out. If that's what they're okay with, and they're okay with selling their body, that nobody's there for their people aren't there for their personality. They're there just to stare at them. Let them do
hmm
that. If,
Yeah, it's like I said, like everyone's trying to do their hustle a different way. You're not gonna change anything out there. Um, like those things that bother you, like they're just too big to change. Like just concentrate on you and the now and your happiness, but also bringing other people up. And that just, it's like a ripple when you throw a pebble in a river and it's just like it ripples like that. That's what I feel like you have to focus on, and that's what's gonna happen.
exactly, and it comes down to like food. We all have different tastes in life.
hmm
Look at pineapple on pizza.
God, do you like it or no?
I like it.
Ah,
See
can we?
that?
We gotta end the podcast. Unfollow, unsub,
Unfollow.
unfriend.
See, it's that right there. Exactly. We all have different tastes in life. Just because somebody does something that you don't think is like what they should do, think about
Mhm.
pineapple on pizza. Our world is diversified by who doesn't like pineapple on pizza.
Like if you just focus your life on trying to change the whole world, that's gonna overwhelm you, and there's no way. Or if you focus on things that bother you, that's just gonna create a negative life for you. So create on the things that make your life positive and work on that and like improve that.
The only political thing I'll say right now is we are in the problems we're in right now because people want other people to do things the way they want it done.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's been it like since ever.
It,
Yeah.
it and it always and that's why things just continue to get worse. Live your life for what you want to do, and people will enjoy it too. Because you're not going to be as much as you want to be. We are in the year 2021. AD, however you look at your time frames.
Uh-huh.
How many billions of years this place has been here? You're not going to be the only one. I don't, as bad as that may sound, you're not going to be the only one that does it. Now you may have your uniqueness of how you do it, which will make you separate from everybody else. You may be the only one with your face. There you go. So there is a way that you are the only one. Somebody else has done it. You're gonna have people that want to see it, enjoy it,
Yeah.
and take advantage of that. I mean,
Mm.
it, aside from getting it from views, you may make friends out of it. People that you
Yeah. No, I
didn't.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You may not. You're gonna find people that enjoy the same thing, and now you've got people you hang out with and talk with that, yeah, they enjoy the same thing that you never would have met because you were in a way too afraid to start it up. If
Yeah.
I were to think 5 years back, there's no way I would have thought I would be doing video game streaming. I didn't touch video games 5 years ago. It was not my thing, and now I video game stream and I do a freaking podcast talking to gamers and streamers and stuff. Like you never know where life's gonna take you. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. And like I know that's difficult for because like we're social, and there's some people out there that aren't social, and they feel like that's a big problem for them. I have some friends like that they're not social, and they're very like want to keep to themselves and stuff. And I'm just like I'm like, hey, look, you don't have to like you could try to make it work. Like you don't have to change who you are to make it work. Like if you're not very social, there's other things you can do to try to make it work. You just have to like research it and figure it out.
And even if you're not, you learn to get into it. I'm a social
Yeah.
butterfly. I will float all over and I'm everywhere. But when I first got into this, I wasn't very like I said earlier, I wasn't like to sit here and just talk to bring things up, but now I am. I mean,
Mm.
I'm used to like
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah.
in public, people come to me and want to say things. I'm not used to having to be the conversation starter. I just have one of those auras where people come to me and they want to talk. So I was so used to that and I was fine
Mhm.
with that, but this teaches you to have to be more open and willing to talk about things. Um,
That's the other thing I was gonna say. Like some of my friends that have been less social, as time passed, they're like, oh, I've become more social by either like hanging out with you, or like having that thought in my mind of like, oh, it's fine. Like I can get through this, or like I can find different ways to become more social, or I can take baby steps and do like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like it's fine. It's fine. It's not a race.
yeah, it's not exactly. We're
Mm.
all we're all in a race to our dirt nap. It is what it is. Might as well have as much fun as we possibly can while we're here.
Yeah. And like I don't also like when I do the clips and stuff, like because I know sometimes like that's the other thing too. Like everything that we're saying about, oh, do the grind, oh, just do what you want to do, it'll be fine. Some people will do the devil's advocate of like, oh, but then what about these other people that do like clickbait titles or clickbait videos or uh these types of things that are the opposite of what you're saying, and they get millions of views or millions of follows, or they make money big like that. It's like, yeah, that's one way you can do it too. But it goes back to like it depends on what do you want to be, what do you want to do. And if you're comfortable with that foundation that you're creating, then go for it. Like with my stuff, I just post a funny title. Like I look at my clip, I'm like, I like this title as it. But I never think about, oh, is it gonna catch this many views? Oh, da, da, da. I just put the title, and then I put the hashtags that correspond to what it is. Like if it's Among Us, it's Among Us. If it's Twitch clips, Twitch clips. I'm a streamer, small streamer, stuff like that. And then yeah, that's it.
And the way I see it, I mean, just use it to your advantage though. If so, each person's not going to watch one thing. Like we're not
Yeah.
going to stick to that one. Let that person
Mhm.
do their clickbait stuff
Yeah.
to draw people in to get their attention on that subject, and then
Hmm.
you be the better personality, and then they're going to end up
Yeah.
coming to you. It may take a little bit
That's
of
the thing
time.
too. Like some people like will like overwhelm, some people might overwhelm their clips and stuff with like funny gifs or like a lot of cuts or some crazy shit. Um but most of my clips I just think like what the situation was is funny, and then I just clip that. And I feel like if what's coming off from the video is genuine and it's just you having a good time, that's what people are gonna enjoy. But that's just me. That's how I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, and I love it. There's so many different options that eventually we'll be able to touch bases with more people and get them
Yeah.
to realize that and stuff. But my last question. I
Hmm.
don't want to hold you up all day here, but
Oh, it's fine.
I mean,
It's fine.
we kind of know the basis of it, but I always like especially with you, I still like asking these questions because you go a little more in depth each time. What are your future goals as a streamer aside from just being able to make enough to live?
Okay. Well, okay. Well, to touch back on what we said, basically, have money to like. I wanna. The future of what I wanna do is have a Twitch and YouTube or these other socials to be able to be financially independent from just making content, whether it's playing games or making funny skits, to have that as my income. That way, when I wake up every day, it's not like, God damn it, I have to go to work and I hate that. It's more of, yes, let me have my breakfast and get ready because I can't wait to go to my job because I love it. Like that's the one goal, and having to be able to live off of that happiness. Um, and then two, being able to create a community where if people are feeling down out there because the world sucks and we're all gonna die and try to have a good time, we're still here. If my clip or my video or me just hanging out with you, if that could bring you some happiness for your day, that is also the goal as well. So people that are down, bringing them up, making my life better in the sense that I can get this as income rather than working at a job that I'm just another cog in the machine. um Helping others. uh I feel like those are the main goals. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing
In the
goals to
future.
have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just be able to get up every day. Yeah. The only problem is if you do enjoy it too much, you kind of lose your schedule.
Well, yeah, like my schedule is all flippy floppy because I will have to work a regular job. Like my only set days are Saturday, Sunday from like either 7 or 8 p.m. until like 1 in the morning. And then every other day, most of the time it's like at 11 p.m. because that's when I'm like ready after work. But after seeing all the, like I said earlier, like every day that passes, like I'm getting more passionate about doing this because every time I look at it, I'm like, this is actually working, and people are giving me feedback, and there's a community forming and an audience, and this is like it's working. Um, and I'm just like, you know what? Like it's gonna hurt me, uh, but I feel like it's gonna do more good than bad. Um, like I wanted to change my schedule for my actual job because I used to be, well, it is still, it's still any day at any time except for Saturday, Sunday after 3. But like people are busy at different times because my audience, they have jobs too and they might have different schedules and they come out of work at different times. So not everyone can come watch me if it's not Saturday, Sunday. So I'm like, you know what? I want to change my schedule where it's Monday to Sunday, I'll open, but I'll open to like until 6 p.m. That way, after 6 p.m., I can be streaming by like 8, and then I can be live every night. And then those videos, my other free time that I have, me and Buddha or Bister can edit them to post them on YouTube and stuff and do the clips and try to get the gears even moving more because I am so hungry for this shit to work and never to clock in at Publix again. So like,
He's
I understand it's gonna hurt me because of money wise, and maybe it just takes time, like I said, the grind. But I want this moving.
You're gonna go far, man. You got a good personality for it, and just very easily lovable. And that's what I love about it too. And it was just amazing right off the bat. I mean, the first time, even just playing it, the first time we played on COD, like it was just,
Yeah.
it was one of those things. I'm like, I knew I was gonna like this guy. I was like, I know he's gonna be around for a long time. We're not going anywhere. And I definitely understand that feeling. I would love to get to the point to not have to clock in every day somewhere and be able to come here and do this kind of stuff. And that's where too I want to try and get starting to push my point of getting a better schedule. but I would love to see you more often streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
I do see quite a few on there. We need to start posting in the Diffo when you go live. I know you probably don't post anywhere but yours.
Yeah, I only post them like if I'm new to a Discord, I post my stuff once just to people to, oh, like this guy streams. Oh, okay, cool. But like then I don't post anymore. Just because like I feel bad because it's like that's that's their Discord.
No.
But then I'm like, also I have it in mine, and I don't mind when people do it in mine. But like the other part is, I don't have the time to like post in all the servers that I'm a part of. Like you were saying that you're
So
part of so many servers.
what I do with that is I have separate folders for the ones I'm not in that often, and then I
Yeah.
have the ones that I am in the most, and I'm usually just stay in that live channel, and then
Hmm.
I post what I'm doing going live. So if I go into somebody else's server, I type out what I'm going to type with my link, copy and paste that because you can highlight it, hit Control C, that'll copy it.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
go into the next server, hit Control V, and then it'll paste it.
Oh,
You could just quickly run through and post in 5 or 6 different discords.
damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, and I know there's quite a few people. So, like me, I have most notifications turned off on my phone.
Hmm.
As far as like Twitch, because it gets really annoying the way they come through. Because I follow a lot of people, and I don't really notice who's who. So I
Yeah.
love being able to keep an eye on the Discord and see who when they're live because I can see a certain people and I can hop
Hmm.
in. Like especially like when I'm at work, I can hop in on a break or something real quick.
True. Yeah.
Like I did
Yeah.
yet.
Sometimes I'll be live and people will be like, I'm on break right now. I can't be here for too long, but hi. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Hope you're enjoying your break.
Right? Oh, that was like yesterday. I was like, I have to hop in. I have to be part of this. I wanted to see your stream. I wanted to be in there for a few minutes. I was on like a 15-minute break. I couldn't stay long, but seeing that it was there, I caught the time and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm there. And I know a lot of people use the Discord for that
Mhm.
to be able to keep an eye on there. So you gotta start posting the Discords more.
You know something that I want to do also, because like again, I'm not good with technology, but like you said, like you start meeting new people as you stream. I mean, I met this guy named Graham Hollywood. He's super cool guy. And I love his like shtick. Like his whole thing is that like he's an 3,000-year-old actor from Hollywood, and he has like this mask on, and like that makes him immortal or something. And his whole background is like 70s game show shit. I love it. And I entered his Discord, and we've been talking and stuff. And I noticed on the Discord that he had a bunch of bots working to do stuff on his Discord. Like if he tweeted, the bot would say that he tweeted, or if he did a YouTube clip or a TikTok or whatever. But then he also had a bot for self promotion. So if you join his Discord and you're streaming, the bot knows you're streaming and immediately posts your stream onto self promotion. I was like, what? I gotta get that. I gotta get that.
Yeah, so like Me6 is a really good bot for that.
Hmm.
I use that one for which I need to change that now to the YouTube, but I use that to promote the it posts in both servers for the Diffo community. Do you use Streamlabs for your stream?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
if you set up your
Yes.
so what do you use for like a chat bot? Do you use Stream Elements?
For
So you
when you
have
say,
or so like in your chat you have the little commands. What do you use for your commands?
oh, Nightbot.
Nightbot. I believe you can set Nightbot up and connect it with your Discord to do that for you.
Well, I know, like, I don't know if it's like I know I have Nightbot and I have another bot. I think it's called Streamcord or Streamlabs or something.
Streamlabs
And like I
chatbot.
know maybe, and I know one of those two tells my Discord server when I'm streaming. I
Mhm.
know that, but I didn't know I could make them also tell people that are in the Discord when they're streaming in the self promotion. So I just have to take a look at that
Yeah,
because I'm
so
assuming that's what you're saying, right?
yeah, Me6 is the really good one for that.
Hmm.
I know there's other ones that I don't know about, but Me6 will do that. It'll post in different places when other people are live, but you got to pay for it to be able to do more people than just you. It's not that expensive though. You can do it. There's like one right now. There's an offer for like
Cthulhu's bored, bro.
I know the feeling. I haven't been able to pay for it yet right now either, but it's like $90 for a lifetime. So it's
Let
not
me tell you, bro. I'm living on ramen and Mickey D's, all right?
Robin and Mickey D's. It's all about the McDoubles.
Other menu, not even menu, not even regular
It's a regular cheeseburger, not a McDouble. I don't get there a
menu.
regular double. I don't get 2 pieces of cheese.
Oh, what? Cheese is 30 cents? Nah, I'll just take the bread and meat, thanks.
I know the feeling. I've been there. That's for sure. But yeah, so when the time comes and you can do it, you can do the Mi 6. I think it's like 85 or $90, but it lasts a lifetime per server, and you can move it to a different. It can only do one server at a time for the 90, or you can pay 90 each server. But when you pay that 90, say your server gets lost or somehow gets canceled or deleted, you can add it to a different server.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can always log back into it. It's super. It's
Nice.
worth it. And I don't remember the limit on how many people you can have it post for, but yeah, you can post for a lot of people and let them know when they're live.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's and
I gotta look into it.
there's another way too where I haven't really done a lot of research into it. I'm gonna start trying to learn this stuff here soon. But there's a
Mhm.
way you can actually set it up to where the bot will change the person's role if they're live and show them
Oh.
as a live streamer. And
Oh, damn.
yeah,
Okay.
that one I haven't had a chance to look into. I need to talk to some people, um, and get to
Nice.
learn a little bit about that. But
Very nice.
so, on that
Yeah.
note,
Oh, was the but I know we kind of like touched over everything. Was there anything else you wanted to ask me, man? Go
no,
ahead.
that
Don't
is
feel
my
like you're keeping me here.
no,
Don't feel
that's
like
my
you're keeping
main
me.
questions. We did hit 3 hours in. It was freaking awesome, man.
It's been 3
It's
hours?
been 3 hours. It's
Damn it, it feels like I've been here for 1 hour. Damn.
right. I know I can get really bad about this. That's what's funny is it's podcasts and we're touching on 3 and 4 hours, and I should be trying to keep them to like an hour, but it is
Hey
what it
man,
is. We get the
it is.
people watching in the beginning.
Um, I was gonna say my phone died, so I can't see the chat anymore.
Oh, you're good.
Um,
There's usually towards the end of the podcast we stop getting chat anyways because people are just
yeah.
watching and listening. So nothing new other than Devin said everybody was kung fu fighting.
I love it,
But on that note, dude, I was really happy. I'm so glad to have you here today. You,
bro. It's my pleasure. I'm flattered. Thank you for having me.
of course, man, you're a freaking amazing streamer. You're gonna go far. Like I said, I am beyond happy to have you here. I can't wait to see. I'm letting everybody know that once we hit that like 50th podcast mark, I'm gonna start doing repeats.
Oh,
So
okay,
we can start touching bases
nice.
and see where everybody's
And like
at.
catch up. Yeah, kind of like a reunion of hey, what have you been up to?
How's things been
Yeah,
going? Because obviously you and I
yeah,
are going to stay in touch, but that way everybody else can listen and kind of catch up and see where things are at.
yeah, man, yeah.
But like I said, I'm
um,
so honored to have you here today. I was glad. I was one I really look forward to. I know several people that were super excited about being in it. But on that note, that's where we're going to end podcast number 13. We're blowing superstitions out of the park. We don't play those games. We're here with
and thank you for all the love and support, man, and also everybody else who came over to say hello on the. I can't remember everyone that came by, but Goku was here, the Dripper was here,
the Dripper.
uh, Lucas, my man Jay, aka Phil Swift, aka Rocky,
Yeah.
Mr. Bister. Damn, who else was here, bro? King, someone named King,
Yeah. Um,
and then
TCT King was
Chris,
here. Yeah.
Golden Chris, or Chris Golden. She said, "Oh, you made my day," or something like that.
Yes. Some
Uh,
absolutely amazing people stopped in. It's freaking awesome. I love it.
Thank you all. I appreciate you. I'm sorry if I forgot your name.
No worries. See, and you're one of the only ones that actually drops that appreciation in your community afterwards every time, and I love it. But like I said, that's where we're gonna end the Difocast number 13, the Almighty Goku.
Woo!
All right, you guys all have a good night. I appreciate each and every one of you that came in today. If you haven't, feel free to hop on to Twitch and follow Cthulhu Fate.
Yeah.
If you can't, he's in the Discord. You'll be able to find the links through there. Aside
Yeah,
from
man.
that, we'll talk to y'all on another day. Have a good one, guys.